Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever in the world you happen to be. Welcome along to the Eternal Super League, week 5 of season 2. We're at the halfway point now of the 2026 edition of ESL, and it's been absolutely fantastic here in phase 2. Brand new deck lists. I'm Anarcho Mushroom. You folks have heard me by now. I'm joined in the booth today with the absolutely fabulous Fabio, aka Bazerton. Fabio, how are you doing?
Yo, doing really good. Hyped for some Eternal. I missed a couple weeks of casting, so really excited to jump back into it.
Awesome. Um, Also shout out as well, Andre, who's behind the camera, as it were, managing our stream this evening. Thank you. You'll be joining live for the second half of tonight, along with Aksu, giving some commentary. But for now, we're going to have a quick look at our standings before we dive into. Actually, before the standings, pardon me. We're going to quickly just go over a small announcement. For phase 3 and Vantage Point. So obviously Vantage Point, very exciting, releasing tomorrow. I personally can't wait. But our players, obviously, will be going into phase 3 in a couple of weeks. Next week will be the end of phase 2, and we're going into phase 3. So Vantage Point will be legal in the standard card pool and in the Eternal card pool. But for the Eternal Super League, we are deciding not to incorporate Vantage Point into the ESL for the final phase. So players won't be playing with Vantage Point cards in phase 3. They'll be sticking with the pre-Vantage Point card pool, but we will be using the updated Eternal points list for phase 3. So if you're not familiar, there is a points list posted during last week on the No Signal Games website, detailing some changes, some pretty significant changes to the Eternal points list. We see Clan Vengeance, for example, has gone up to 4 points along with Cabinets of Wu. So the combo Wu deck that people are probably very familiar with now at this point in Eternal, very unlikely we'll be seeing that the
No
Ritual
more.
Hyperdriver combo in phase 3, but we will see what the players are able to do. I don't think decks like that completely go away even after a change. So phase 2,
Well, it,
final week is next week. These deck
it
lists are
means they
locked
will
in.
have to jump off of Wu. So that's already important. Like you can still do hyperdriver ritual things, but without the consistency of being able to tutor everything on turn 3.
Exactly. So you could still play it as probably something like Ari or Haley are good options, but we will see what our players are able to come up with in a world where they can't just woo out Coalescence, Hyperdriver, Leprechaun on turn 2.
Yes.
So yes, long and the short of it, phase 2 will finish up next week. Phase 3, then we won't have Vantage Point, but we will have the updated points list. Just with how quick Vantage Point kind of came, and in relation to when it releases with phase 3, we just didn't want to give our players a very short amount of time to brew new decks. With that said, let's crack on with this week. So standings. Very, very interesting standings at the moment. So, in the middle, we have a lot of players hovering around the 12, 15 point area. We have Toron sitting in second. A couple of people actually all tied on 15 points. Just a couple of points separating them in their tiebreakers. CD Road Jai joining Toron in fit with 15 points. The Knight from Chess just behind on 12. But I think the big talking point all 15 15, 18 points, undefeated, has not dropped a game in season 2 of the Eternal Super League. Anybody who followed season 1, um, this is pretty familiar. We've been down this road before of 15-15, starting off 6 6 and 0. Yes, 6 and 0. Fabio, can anyone stop them?
Yeah, it will be really interesting. We see from the standings that everybody else already had played 4 matches. So last week's was OF15's bye week, and still nobody managed to catch up to them on 18 points. So, I mean, we will look at it like this week. It's week 5, and if the previous standings are any indication, it looks like they'll just keep on plowing on towards, I know, however many points is 9-0. It's like 27 points or something crazy.
Yeah, I
I
think
was
this week.
thinking, oh, sorry,
I, th-
good.
I think this week they can go to 24. So 24-0 would be uh, eight wins, 0 losses, which is just considering that last year they had a similar start. I think they started across phase 1 and 2. They went something like 9-1. So
Yeah, that
yeah,
that sounds about right.
they're I think they're proving themselves to be a bit of an eternal savant. But we shall see this week of 15-15. We're playing against Dungeon Mixer, who's currently sitting down in 8th place. Mezzi, Ace Empress, Dungeon Mixer, all sitting around the 6-point mark. Augustus Caesar picking up his first win in the league, I believe last week or the week before. So getting himself on the board. So lots and lots to play for. Your finishing place, it does matter. Are the bottom 3 players, as we know from the start of the season, end of last season, they are sort of quote unquote relegated. So our bottom 3 players, you want to stay out of that bottom 3 to ensure that you have a place in a potential ESL season 3. With all that
100%.
said, I want to watch some Eternal. I don't know about you, but I'm dying to watch some Eternal. So I think let's kick it off and let's go to our games for week
Yeah,
5.
sure.
So
Jumping in.
first
What?
up, we have Mezzi against CD Row. So last week we saw an absolute barn burner with City Row, a 1 hour long slog with Nebula and Andy. CD Row on Mati Mukundo. This is fascinating ID, really, really powerful ID, generally seen as very fair for Eternal. It's just trying to be a normal Glacier deck, which is ridiculous that you consider the Mati is the fair deck in Eternal. But CD Row is against Mezzi, who's been bringing her very well known at this stage Essa deck, lots of disruption, lots of sabotage, really just wants to play very aggressive. Yeah, this is a fascinating matchup.
Oh, we saw Messi take an interesting mulligan where they had a hand with moshing in a few cards that could have just been thrown away to get a really early bolt down,
Mhm.
which you which in general is good, but maybe into Mati, expecting that maybe getting into servers and getting those counters will be a bit harder. It's like, what do you think about like, yeah, like I would say not caring about the boat too much, like going, okay, I can draw for better than this. And what do you think of the current situation? Kind of rewarded, kind of not. We see a lot of cash
Mm.
and a paperclip that will hopefully bail us out into any barriers, but we still don't have any good way of carrying on if we just face check like an Anansi or a DNA tracker or something scary.
Yeah, I mean, I think this Essa deck, and we see just a relatively tame looking start from Mati, just installing two assets or 2 cards into 2 different remotes. Obviously, Rashida firing just there. Probably the other card in the remote is likely something like a Jackson Howard or a Spin Doctor. But yeah, I
Hmm.
think this is a weird matchup. In theory, this Essa deck likes to play really, really aggressive, likes to face check very, very aggressively.
Advance.
We're seeing an advance now. This could just be a Charlotte. It could just be a
I
Charlotte
suppose.
Casador.
Hmm.
Um, but I think Mezzi will want to try and contest some of these remotes just to get just to get the corp to spend some money, and that way then maybe force the Mati trigger on a remote so that she can pivot into centrals. We see Mezzi has managed to find, I think, the key combo piece here, Titanium Ribs. That is the card that makes this Essa deck really sing and really work.
Ooh, and we see,
Rumor
well,
mill.
yes, the most, well, up until the recent points list, the most pointed card in Eternal, now tied with Clan Vengeance, Rumor Mill, certified messed up card. Oh, but
It's
wait, Rashid. Ah, wait, I was like, Rashida's not gonna fire, but we didn't end up playing the Rumor Mill.
yeah, I
We
think
overdrew.
if you I wonder why. I think Messi's happy to just sort of sit back maybe. I think it makes sense there to play the rumor mill if you think that that's Charlotte. I guess if you think it's an aggressive agenda push, which I think makes sense in this matchup, just because you're kind of under the gun pretty quickly with how much sabotage and disruption the Mati deck is able to land.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, or the Essa deck rather. So I think you're happy to play a little bit slower, or rather, sorry, if you're the corp, you're happy to play a little bit faster to try and score out some agendas before Mezzi gets, um,
Well, okay, now we're gonna do the running hot ritual thing where we will draw a bajillion cards.
ritual. Funny, not particularly great card in standard where you're getting maybe a diesel best case scenario, but in
Yeah.
Eternal where you can just so easily gain a bunch of clicks, using ritual to draw 5 cards feels pretty great.
I'm wondering if Mezzi was keeping the rumor mill for like a key turn where you can just turn off a bunch of defensive upgrades on the Jinteki side and say, okay, you don't get a mana garm, you don't get a void, you don't get anything, and now I can run your remote.
See, I kind of wonder, does Mezzi even want to challenge the remote in this matchup?
You're thinking that they can just go for the full Sabo win.
Yeah, I think she can just focus on getting the Clan Vengeance, um, the Clan Vengeance sabotage engine going.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
sure, because this is pre-points, so you can play Rumor Mill and CV in the same deck. Yeah.
Yes, crucially this is before the pointless update, so you can play Rumor Mill and Clan Vengeance, which doesn't sound right. Sounds pretty ridiculous. But yes, you can play those two very, very disruptive effects in the deck. Um, I
CD roll
think,
drawing. Like I have to imagine that if you're glaciering up, like every draw is just kind of propelling Mez's game plan forward, isn't it?
yeah, like you look at this here, like R&D already down 28 cards in R&D. There's 9 face downs in
Ooh,
archives.
CV, and now I
And we
guess it's
found the
CV Brain
CV.
Cage.
Huge, huge draw here.
Yes, I guess Mez is probably thinking like, finally, this is the first Clan Vengeance that we see like 12, like 40 cards in. No, well, 30 something cards in. And the
So this
high fat
is,
worse. So next turn we're gonna start going ham, very
yeah, this
likely.
is,
Bankar just well, I guess you have to be scared with Bankar because Bankaring and Anansi doesn't end well for anyone.
is pretty bad. But you do, once you have titanium ribs, and I've had worse, slash steel skin in hand, um,
It
you
gets less
can,
scary,
it's
but
less
still,
scary.
taking
And also you got to
six
think
net though is still kind of bad.
it's not great, but it does at the very least charge up Clan Vengeance a whole bunch.
Oh, we're playing? I had worse. Interesting. Oh, well, okay, now we can get down the second CV
Yeah, you can get down to second CV, and I think Mezzi is fine just running through.
to
Um,
whatever ice it is on archives.
well, I mean, running through her deck, because she's got the same old thing in hand. She's not going to lose it to damage. She
Yeah, okay,
found her
okay.
second copy of Endurance, so she can just play same old thing now. Get ready to Ashen back her whole deck, and then start to just mill out. Like I think we could see Mati getting milled out here. There's 22 cards in R&D.
Yeah, CDRO has been drawing like they have fired two Rashidas and they've also been like click for draw multiple turns this game. Oh my God. Okay. Messi deciding not to play the third Clan Vengeance before taking that damage. Uh, I guess in the end, like layering them a little bit won't be the end of the world.
Yeah, you kind of want to stagger them out so that you can kind of
Hmm.
have, you can layer them properly so that you can wait. You can, maybe you want to fire off a smaller Clan Vengeance.
Hmm.
It's kind of good to have them ticking at different levels just to give you a couple more options. We see here
Hmm.
Mezzi is
Are
just
you getting
gaining.
down the boat here? Is this a boat matchup, or is this I'm never even bothering spending 8 credits on boat?
It's weird because Mati is probably the deck best able to shut down the boat.
Yeah, that's what I was
Um,
thinking. Yeah,
we're seeing another amped up. So there's
another
already
running
been,
hot.
yeah, there's
Are we
already been
actioning right
another.
now? Messi maybe not really. Wait, but now we're out of deck. Isn't Anansi here kind of scary?
Well, you can say old thing back Ashen Epilogue. Ashen Epilogue.
No, no, but like when now, like if we continue after the swordsman, don't we just die to a bunch of things? Wait, we're gonna CV before the Mati trigger, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Oh,
But ooh, that's a lot of mini
holy!
games.
So you just bid 0 here on the 2 future perfect.
Oh, never mind. You bid
Never mind,
one.
just be a god gamer. Just be a god gamer.
Oh
Oh shit!
wow. Ooh,
Holy! Okay, so two future perfect bid,
wow.
2 perfect future perfect bids there for Mezzi.
Nemezi is just built different.
She's just built different.
Oh, and the other CV, and now
Firing off the
oh, a
fire.
CV
Oh,
for one card. Oh my God. Okay, well now we are simultaning for Ashen and just running back, right?
I think, yeah, you same old thing for Ashen.
I
So you
I
play the Ashen
wonder I
Epilogue.
wonder if the like the CV for one card maybe was a bit overkill. You could have just kept it for like the mid-run pop, right?
I think you want to stop any preventative ice getting down.
Hmm.
Um,
Running R&D?
I guess trying to force them a T trigger here, maybe.
Oh, because the Mati is not the first times. It's like whatever. It's like once per turn, but
It's
whenever
a
you
once per
want.
turn, so you can decide.
So now taking one, and now
Unless
we
this is
are
an ice,
in scary Saisentan range. Oh, and it's just game.
that's just game. That is
Wow.
GG. Clan
What
Vengeance.
what a card.
What a ridiculous card. Um, yeah, you just got to see the power of this Essa deck, being able to sabotage so consistently, being able to draw really powerfully with ritual, and amped up.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
just
jump.
it's
We're already jumping
it's
into
such
the
a
next one.
strong.
Wait. Okay, yeah. Yeah, wait. I'm gonna jump back to the end of the game so we can talk about the ending because that was like the access on the archives on bidding perfect on both future perfects was
Yeah, that's just
absolutely
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Like just
That is just utterly
wild.
ridiculous. Um,
Out of everything, I wonder is like what CD-Row was digging with all of the draws, like Jackson's. Do you think like the Sabos were just keeping hitting agendas and he was digging for Jackson's or
but
maybe a
Jackson,
counter
I think he was
current?
digging for a
What do you
current.
think?
I think he was digging for a current because Rumor Mill blanked Jackson.
Oh, damn. Yeah. So maybe they had the Jackson and they were just digging for a counter current. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think
Like
I
CD-Row wasn't even on a didn't even find a Lacosta in time or anything. They were manually advancing the Charlotte every turn.
yeah, that's just. I mean, Rumor Mill. It's kind of innocuous looking text. Like you kind of wonder, God, that's very specific, unique, non-region asset and upgrades. What does that hit? It
Yeah.
hits a lot. It all of the good agendas or all the good assets and upgrades, it hits all of them. So yeah, just a real showcase of how powerful some of these eternal legal cards are. But I think we'll
And
move
only
on.
turn six. Like this was turn six. Mezzi went through their entire deck plus a bunch of cards
I
by
just want to
turn
point out, by the way,
six.
clicks gained 36 on the runner's side. That's 12 more clicks
Yes,
than is legally
Mezzi
allowed.
gained as many clicks as CD-Row gained credits this game, pretty much.
Well done to
That's
both players. Really good game. Let's move on. Go to
yeah.
our
Jump to
game
the other
two.
side.
Yes, we're going to see these players swap sides. So,
Ooh, IG. But what
IG,
do you think?
Mezzi bringing
What do you think
IG.
of this matchup for Andy? I was playing a little bit of Eternal this week and struggling.
This matchup is, it can be very tricky. I've played, so these are the two decks that I probably played the most in Eternal. It is difficult. Andy is able to tank the damage through things like Class Act, through her own ID ability. There's lots that you can do to mitigate
This is kind of a
the.
weird elimination. What do you think?
I think you
Elimination
kind of
is
want
showing
to
only 2 cards.
only getting 2 cards down. We're going to see a transfer, but transfers against IG can be really dangerous because you don't want to turn
Ooh,
on Bladder
Keeling
Wart.
cohort guidance.
Yeah, this is kind of the
There's
dream
no way
start
we
for.
trash this out of HQ, right?
You can't really afford to.
Yeah.
But the problem is, what are you trying? You need to. So as CD Row, the key card in this matchup is there's 2 key cards. You need to find your E Strike, and you
We
need to find your
trashed the Reaper
Mistbones.
function. Wow.
Yeah, I think CD Row worried about the surprise sort of net damage kills that are available, and I guess now is as good a time as any while Archives. While there's only 1 face down, there's only a 1 credit tax.
Oh, okay. No, it looks like we're and clearing the tag. Oh,
I guess you don't want to lose the Aaron, but you're not going to see a lot of like this isn't a matchup where agendas
get
get
scored or
scored and
stolen,
stolen.
really.
Yeah, you're not gonna trigger Aaron a lot. We see here
Yeah.
Keeling taking up to 2 counters. I know Mezzy brought this list. I've spoken with her a bit about it. She brought this list predominantly, I believe, to target combo Wu.
Yeah.
And which IG historically has been very, very strong into these shaper combo decks. But it is just such a strong punish as a deck if you're not familiar with how best to deal with the lock that it can put forward on you. We're seeing here Keeling has come down. Server 3 is a face down. It could be a bioethics. It could be a Bladder Wart. And once you
Yeah.
get cohort ticking as well in IG, it becomes just so hard to keep on top of things.
Do you think that with if we had I feel like if we didn't trash the Reaper function and we had a little bit more cash, we could start going after the cohort guidance program, for example, and just trying to ride out this Desperado to a little bit of control, but now we're going to 0 getting rid of Keeling, but cohort is gonna stay there and the problems are gonna like this just happens again
Yeah,
next turn.
the big issue is cohort. We know how good cohort is in OCO or OCO in standard. In IG, it's even stronger because when you flip up you run archives, you deal with the tax, you flip up all, you take the net damage and everything, and then cohort just starts to restart that train and it spirals out of control so quickly. So I think getting
Makes
rid of the
itself
cohort here.
more expensive to trash as it goes along, printing money for the corp and everything. It's just like it
It
really
is
does like
kind of
everything that you want for like a corp like IG.
it is literally the perfect card for IG. I remember when I got spoiled and my first thought immediately went to this is an IG card. We're seeing here Mezzy firing off a simulation reset, kind of mostly just to fill up archives with a bunch of face downs. And now at this point, CD Row is not really in a position, I think, now to diffuse archives.
I
Because there
mean, yeah,
could
we
be
have the career fair and class act to get down to find cards, but that's like the problem here with criminal is that yeah, like a lot of your stuff in
but the
Eternal, I
other issue
feel.
as well, the other issue with the class act is the genetics
Oh
pavilion is,
no.
so now this class act has basically just been blanked.
I
You
feel
see
like
here in the
maybe yeah,
chat
maybe
log,
this might be some inexperience with the IG matchup showing with the Aaron priority of clearing the tag and the genetics pavilion. Yeah, like CD Row reading genetics pavilion now.
yeah, genetics pavilion is a card that people I think have largely forgotten about, but for people who enjoyed playing these wide red asset decks out of things like IG and RP, genetics pavilion is an absolute staple. And
Oh,
there's the other
Wampoa.
piece, of the lock, Wampoa Reclamation, crucially does not get hit by rumor mill and lets you just not only fuel your ID ability, but also ensure that you just don't ever have agendas where you want them or where you don't want them.
Yeah, what makes you that's it? Like resing during your turn is a weird time to res a Wampoa, right?
Um
Oh, fetal AI. Oh,
Well, it's once
that's
per
evil.
turn on each side.
Oh, it's once per turn. Okay.
Yeah,
I
so
guess
you
because
want
like sometimes like on the old FFG cards, the once per turn clause is like at the beginning, sometimes it's at the end, and I'm always get confused.
to. We're seeing a
Oh, and now
second
double
cohort. This is
cohort.
at this point now the board is over. Now you do have E-Strike. CDRO does have E-Strike in hand, and we did see a fetal AI get stolen, so they're on the or he's on the board. But the main thing you need to find now is Miss Bones. If CDRO can find a Miss Bones and land
Hmm.
E-Strike and Miss Bones with a Desperado in play, things do start to get easier.
Yes,
Um,
yes. I think that's the only way of getting out right now is like you slowly use the Era Maron counters to filter even harder through your class act in the corp turn, and just like it's just like finding Miss Bones, finding Nemo is like the only thing that matters right now to get you out of this prison hell that that you are in the moment.
We know as well from last week that Mezzi is running federal fundraising in IG, which again just kind of cements that even your chance of winning on centrals. We see a
Uh-huh.
Bladderwort that is going to start firing. That is going to start putting the pressure now on CD Row as well. Um, there's the
Yes,
federal fundraising.
they're
So
all,
we are. This is the lock. This is
yes,
the lock that IG puts on runners, and a
and
second
healing.
Keeling. This is rough. This is a rough
Wait,
position
the
for CD
Keeling
Row.
res was a bit late?
Mm.
Oh no, wait, it's 4 cards in hand anyways, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Mezzi's not forcing a discard there.
Yeah. My brain just always is like, yeah, you always res it the runner and stuff. Yeah.
So we're seeing now this board. I think your window to try and address the board here has kind of passed. There's just too much now, even for Bones plus Desperado plus E Strike.
Yeah, you
I think
don't
there's
have
now
the
just too
clicks to
much.
get rid of everything.
Yeah, you also just don't have the clicks. Like you need something like a wheels, and I don't
Yeah,
think that
like
you're running wheels.
even if you had like E-Strike Bones, it's like, is Zero just gonna rip it now? It's like they barely have the cash to get rid of Keeling and Bladder. Or I feel like, yeah, you just have to. Okay, crowdfunding could
Crowdfunding and
kind of
gamble
help.
is a really, really good start. I think you
Uh,
go crowdfunding E-Strike. Gamble is also fine. It's burst. You kind
yeah,
of need burst money right now.
I guess we're going after Keeling and Bladderwort. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a big issue
but
now is if a hostile infrastructure gets rezzed.
oh.
They always have it. They always have it.
I feel now like we're just going like after the symptoms and not the issue. Like those cohorts are just gonna make this board happen over and over and over.
At this point, I think I would just
Like
try
send at
and
centrals.
yeah, I think I would just hammer centrals, get rid of the Wampoa, get rid of the federal, and then just hope to get good accesses off of centrals.
Mm. What's the counter current IG is playing, you think? Like,
It's
are
enforced
they
curfew.
like cerebral static or? Oh wait,
No,
there's the -1 hand size one, right?
yeah, enforced. So most corps will usually just run like people. Corps used to run enforced curfew just because it was a zero cost neutral
Fair,
current that
fair,
didn't
fair.
cost influence.
There we go.
Um, in IG, it has the added upside of actually playing into what you want to
Yeah,
do, which
actually
is very
having
funny.
text. Yeah.
It has relevant text, and we see it come down. So now CD row down to 4 cards, 4 card maximum hand size. There's a bladder war ticking. We know Mezzi is drawing another bioethics as well.
And the genetics, but like we can't forget the genetics pavilion means we can't really draw up after two.
Yeah, so
So like
CD row
this class act is blank.
CD row is forever at basically 3 hand size.
3 hand size and probably shrinking again. Oh, bacterial
There's a
steel.
bacterial.
All right. Clears the curfew, which is
It clears
big.
the curfew. It does
More air encounters.
it gets you iron counters. This isn't bad.
Yeah, I
Um,
was like, Medzi probably just draws a bunch. out of these bacteria. Like you have to imagine that whatever IG drops in the bin is just traps, right? Oh, okay,
Oh, this
never
is
mind.
GG. Yeah.
No, Aaron, Aaron,
Oh,
Aaron,
you have
Aaron.
Iron. You have Iron. Oh wait, do
We
you?
have a window. We have a window. Yeah, yeah.
Players
Yeah.
checking now.
You should have had a window before they start shooting you. Yeah. I feel like this is an undo turn kind of situation.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You should. I think yeah, you do. There is a paidability window at,
At the
after. Okay, so
beginning of corpse turn, after clicks are taken, but before start of turn triggers. Yeah. I think maybe there's even a paid ability window before clicks are taken. Like there's a lot of paid ability windows at the beginning of the turn.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
so the Reaper function res, um, the it's a bit weird because I believe the corp res window for assets is technically at the start of their turn. Is the
Hmm.
way I think it works, like before clicks are allocated. I am not going to try and talk about the nitty gritty technical details of how Netrunner works, but the long and the short of it is that yes, CD Road does have a window here to pop Aaron.
Yeah, they don't even need to
Um,
draw two cards. They just show zero cards in hand.
yeah, they can. I mean, it's still not great.
Yeah. Chill in air quotes, of course.
Yeah, you're
But
chilling,
that
chilling in a bath
means
of nitrous oxide.
yeah. By the way, like fetal AI is on access to net,
Oh
right?
yeah,
So you die before you steal it.
correct. Which is why it has the upside over something like Fuji.
Yeah. So fetal AI, you think so also, even though it's like more point density, which of course is bad for this kind of prison deck, fetal AI is better because once you are in prison, it's like you can still steal a Fuji and win, but you cannot steal a fetal AI and win because you will flatline
Correct.
first.
I also don't think it makes that much of a change to the agenda distribution because Mezzi is on 54 cards.
Oh, it is 54 card IG.
Yes.
Well, Class Act a bit late to the party. Sorry, Daily Cast unfortunately won't really come into play, I feel. Oh, the Reaper didn't pop. Oh, that's so cursed. Of course, the Reaper didn't pop.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Mezzi that turn opting to just I think she chose not to because she knew it wasn't a kill.
yeah, of
Um,
course.
and you can kind of just leave it there. So this is
I
an important
wonder.
access.
Oh,
This is an
I
untrashable shop.
wonder. I wonder if you kept the Aaron. Oh, and the well the prevention draw. I guess this can be an undo click. But I think. I
Yeah,
wonder
so
if you keep the Aaron counter around just because it would probably. I guess if there's another bladder wart or something on the field, you're gonna take five, so you need the extra Aaron counter as a like a corp turn draw, which
hmm,
because gets around genetic pavilion, gets around a bunch of stuff. I guess you just have to
okay.
YOLO a server or a central or something. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not trashing anything.
We will say is like there's only 15 cards left in the deck. Like the centrals have to be packed at some point. But this is so
Triple
much damage.
bioethics. Holy, that is get
Six
snared at the start of
damage.
your turn.
Yeah,
And we
that is way
see
too much damage.
6 net damage. That
We'll
is GG.
see.
That is
Uh
IG.
oh, in terms of bones, there's no bones. Oh, there's one bones. Okay.
Yeah, there's also the 25 cards left in deck as well. So there could have been the Andy is normally on 2 misbones.
Yeah.
But yeah, well
We
played to both
see
players.
transfers and one doof. This is an interesting, like, I think for criminal, the thing that I was telling you that was interesting for me in the matchup was, oh,
Oh,
wait, we're already get, wait, pause. The thing that that for me is interesting in the Crim into IG matchup is that so much I feel of the Crim Econ package in Eternal is all of the siphons pretty much. It's like your transfer,
Mhm.
your dupes, your account siphons, and all of that. And there's no deck in Eternal that duck siphons as well as IG. I
Like
feel like
IG actively
so.
wanting to be poor, and
Yeah.
broke because it triggers Bladderworts. Yeah, it's a difficult deck to siphon and to kind of economically pressure. And
Hmm.
once you let it snowball, it just snowballs into this really almost impossible to deal with board state. But
Yeah.
well done to both players. Well done to Mezzi for the sweep. That bumps her up quite a good bit up the standings. It puts her on 12
Yeah.
points.
Up to
Gets her
12. Yeah.
right up in the middle, that very, very congested middle of the pack. Um, but let's move on. We have Jai against Ace Empress
Yep.
playing Andy versus Nebula. Now, this is a matchup that we saw last week go very, very long. It went 55, it went an edited 55 minutes. Um,
Yes.
so yes, we have here Jai's perspective. So this looks like, again, pretty reg Andy. We see money, run events. We see an E strike, which is very, very powerful.
We see a lot
Really,
of
really,
run events. Like even I feel like even for Andy, this is a lot of run events, right?
you have Dirty Laundry. So Bravado, you play. Dirty Laundry is kind of a bit of a contested include. It works
Yeah,
really, really
we're
well with we see Jai just mentioning in chat that the Spotify was coming through for the beginning of this. um,
so
Thank you, Jai, for
yeah.
your musical interlude. But yes, yeah, Andy likes to play Dirty Laundry because it's really good with Amakua and Desperado. Um, it's it is kind of a
Oh,
there's a little bit of a like a 46th card syndrome with it, but
yeah.
it is very, very strong. We see Ace Empress not icing any
Yeah,
centrals.
not ICHQ into Andy is interesting, right?
It's dangerous. It is very now the big what they do have the advantage of is they or Ace Empress is on 10 credits, so siphon not a huge worry in this board state.
I guess like if you're Kill Nebula, it's almost like daring. It's like, okay, yeah, spend your turn siphoning me and clearing tags, otherwise you explode.
Now, Jai does have Guru Devinder in hand. This
Mhm.
is, I imagine, a one of, but this is really, really good in this matchup.
Yeah, this is really
Um,
hard to kill tech.
it's really, really targeted kill tech. Um, we see Jai just making a bit of money, getting Shibboleth down. He is on 9 credits and a link, so getting a hard the credit totals are level right now, which
Hmm.
does make landing a hard hitting news.
Possible, but
It is
painful.
possible. It's tricky because you will probably end up bankrupting yourself in the process, but it is possible. Um,
I guess
I
like if
find
you're Jai and you get hard hitting, you just have to spend the turn clearing tags, right?
Yeah, but you're kind of fine with that because you have Deuce's Wild in hand.
Yeah, you have
Um,
Deuce as well. You have Desperado. Like you're gonna bounce back.
you've also got the E Strike. I'm kind of surprised Jai didn't play the E Strike as we're seeing an advanced event or install advanced
Oh,
events. There's the breaking news. So step one of the plan
achieved.
is live.
Hmm. This is wild. Like I guess in Eternal, like if you're spending influences on this, always makes me think of just like this is like a really reg Amakua wielding Krem. But then we see Shibboleth. So is this kind of reg Krim with Amakua on top? Well, what do you think?
Shibboleth is just a very good breaker for the ice that's in Eternal. Um,
Fair.
it's cheap. It deals with all of the annoying gear checks. That you're like Amakua is your primary breaker, so you're probably just playing 2 or 3 copies of Amakua and then one of each breaker. And
Okay.
Shibboleth is your best option, your best influence-free option. We see Jai playing very aggressive, just slamming down medium and running
Hmm.
R&D twice. Um, this Nebula deck, the agenda density is it's fairly dense. It plays a lot of small agendas. So medium, very, very strong. Especially if you can. I actually didn't notice the scarcity that's currently in play. So
Yeah, I
Jai,
wonder if Jai is trying to get a steal so that he can play the Gurdav in there for cheaper, maybe.
yeah, paying 3 for Guru is not really where you want to be. We also see this rebirth. Jai is hanging onto this rebirth instead of firing it off.
Hmm.
I wonder, you're in Jai's spot. Say you play the rebirth. What are you rebirthing into in this matchup?
I don't know, like the open HQ just makes me like think like get blinded by the value of saying just fuck it, DJ Steve and just get all my run events again. But
We did see CD Row play rebirth into Steve last week, and I think the issue that we found there is that once Nebula can start to ice up HQ with gold farmers, IP blocks, slot machines, it makes it
yeah,
really, really hard to get that value.
but I mean like I feel like you're kind of forking the corp pretty hard at the moment. Like they really want a second ice on R&D at the moment, so I feel like you'd get a little bit of equity for sure.
And this is now
Uh,
really, really if Jai wants to, Jai can E strike, get down one of these kill pieces because we've just found a Citadel Sanctuary, and that's so strong against this Nebula deck. It lets you clicklessly clear tags, which is obviously really good. Plus,
oh,
well,
okay.
we're seeing the
Let's see.
rebirth. So what are we going to go with? It's a
Okay.
Steve. It looks like it's going to be, and it is Steve.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, what would you think of rebirthing into? Like Leela doesn't really
Leela,
have a
yeah.
lot of text in the matchup. It's like
You
you're gonna get a couple bounces, but like if I feel like if you're getting more than a couple Leela triggers, it's because you're already in such a winning position that maybe you didn't need Leela to begin with.
see, there's a ton of because the ice gets so expensive to deal with after a while,
Hmm.
and because there are you have Astros being scored, breaking news is being scored. Like there, Leela will trigger a fair few times. I think Leela is the best option to go for. But I guess in this board state, Steve is just very, very strong if you can get that repeated value and keep your money going. If your plan is to win the money race and turn off
Hmm.
HHN, I think Steve makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree with that assessment.
We're seeing here now
Yeah,
HQ finally
yeah.
getting
Now
iced.
we forced the ice on HQ. And Ace Empress drew an extra card, which means we can just like keep going R&D and seeing so much. Like it's not bad at all. And now with the paperclip, having it in hand, not exactly where you want your bin breakers, but we're
I
gonna be
think,
spending one more click than people usually like for their barrier breaking.
yeah.
But
So
we will see.
Jai playing fancy build script there
Yeah.
after drawing 2, gaining 3. I'm seeing a bravado on R&D.
And this just it's three. Three is three. It's so messed up that like the best fractor in the game still breaks IP block for three. That just tells you
That
how incredibly efficient IP block is. Ooh, Bologna.
Bologna. So we saw breaking news. The
Oh, we're
scarcity
gonna
is
leave it
cleared.
there. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and we're counting how far down it was. Nice.
Pro player. That's player of the year material right there. With the current cleared, I wonder now, do you put down the Citadel Sanctuary? I guess it's a little bit worse now that you're not Andy. But
Because yeah, you lose a link. Yeah, that's
here's
true.
the link. You're still clicklessly clearing a tag for 1 credit, which is still a very, very good deal.
Yeah.
Seeing here, Ace Empress drawing up. We know there's a 24/7 in HQ. We saw that turn 1, and it's unlikely Faye got rid of it in discarding hand size because we do see there's a couple of face ends and archives. Those are most likely, I would imagine, agendas, probably a tomorrow's headline in there,
Okay. Okay.
just because it's a really good. It baits a run if they run and get the tag from the tomorrow's headline. It opens up again further hard hitting news.
Yeah.
Um, Further hard hitting news plays.
Oh,
There's the HHN. So burning
down to
all the
one.
money here on the HHN.
Okay. Now, what do you do if you're Jai here? Do you clear 3, get down Citadel Sank to clear the fort?
I think you have to get Citadel Sanctuary down at some point.
Yeah, surely. The thing is, what was the install? Is that a fork? Is that a naked breaking news? Like, what could it be?
Well, we did see a Spin Doctor on top of R&D, so I think
Yeah,
you can safely call that this is a Spin Doctor.
I was it the topmost card in R&D or was it something else?
Was it second from the top?
Yeah, I don't know if
I think it was
that's
like
I don't know
Petty
if that's the
Cash.
spin doctor that we saw in R&D. I think like it makes sense to call it a spin doctor, but it would be a weird fork to say I'm gonna go down to 0 HHNing you to push a spin doctor. It's like because Jai can just like skip a turn and keep playing the
Mhm.
game, and you're on 0 credits now. So I feel like Jai has to be scared of what is server 2, right?
I see.
I still think clearing 3 in Citadel Sank means that you can never die, which is good.
Mhm.
But Jai thinking of running.
I wonder, is he thinking of trying to sniff out the other breaking news
Or the boom directly, maybe.
or finding the boom? I do feel that you can just pretty safely just clear the tags and install the sit sank, but
Hmm.
no, opting to just run HQ. If this is an IP block, oh, sorry. Well,
Maybe,
you have paperclip, so it's actually not too
yeah,
bad.
maybe worried about some Nebula tricks and wanting to really force the flip.
Yeah, I think he wants to get the flip. He does get money back. You get a
Huh?
deuces wild back, which is good, but
I
you
mean,
still.
you probably don't get the deuces wild back, I suppose, though.
Oh yeah, true. Steve, in this instance, is not quite. I just get back whatever I want.
Yeah. I guess you just get back a bravado and call it a day, yes.
Yeah, you're pretty happy with that, I think.
Though, yeah, to be honest, now the corp at 0 credits, you can almost just drop a Citadel Sanct, even if you're still tagged. Oh, and we get the
Finally,
boom!
the boom. Now, this is
Oh,
if this is a spin doctor, it's kind of awkward.
hmm. But yeah, like they are. That's
Jai calling in
Rashida.
chat. That's Rashida. Okay,
Oh, are we running server 2?
we're gonna find out. I think it's a spin doctor. It's
It's
an
an
Astro.
Astro! Alright.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
now
So
we start the tag clearing process, and we just say to the corp, like, you're on 0. I'm getting rid of another tag. Uh, I guess I'm trying to think. No, you can't die to, like, even planogram. You can't be planogram into boomed. I don't know, like, yeah,
um
you 100% cannot because you have the Citadel Sanctuary down. Okay, so
yeah.
they trash the Citadel Sanctuary, which makes sense.
Yeah, you kind of have to, I think.
Yeah, you're
It's
really
such.
priced into it because that's not only a kill tech piece, but it's also like a crazy econ engine against your deck.
Hey, Cyber, certainly you would not have another bit of those. Oh,
Jai just snickering with the Gurdavinder that's been
yeah,
sitting in the hand for
Jai.
the entire game. Yeah.
um, I think, yeah, I kind of wonder, do you almost just check archives at this point?
Well, I feel like we're gonna credit Bravado into R&D, see a quadrillion cards, and then clear 2 tags. Oh wait, Bravado into HQ. What?
What are you getting back? I guess you're getting back either a deuces or a gamble, and both of them worth
Oh yeah, yeah.
value.
That's I people were thinking of the Steve value. I was thinking of the seeing 5 cards into R&D value.
Oh,
Oh,
so
I guess
Jai.
okay. Now you can fork the Steve on which kind of
Yeah.
tag
So
you
now you
want.
can gain a credit. You can functionally gain a credit, remove a tag,
Yeah, which is
and
always
then you can
good.
go tag free. Or draw two cards. I like drawing two
Oh yeah,
cards.
draw 2 is also right. Yeah, actually.
Okay, going for the safer
Uh
play.
yeah. Jai choosing the money. I still I don't know, like keep just like keeping the R&D lock going. I wonder if Jai maybe just did the maths and like Ace Empress maybe just hit the Bellona or something. Maybe Jai like maybe we still know all of R&D from the last medium dig, but I feel like that was a bit ago, surely.
It was that was only I think 2 turns ago.
God, the Eternal is so wild. I feel like I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
think
that was a million years ago. Yeah,
that was only about 2 or 3 turns ago, and Jai saw something like 4 cards.
yeah.
So
Okay, so now
I,
R&D is definitely fresh. Well, yeah, with the draw and the spin and everything. Uh, I
yeah,
wonder.
I think he
I
just
mean, if you
runs.
gamble run R&D, you have a pretty good chance of just winning the game, right? Ah,
Opting
but
for
Jai
the
just
I
yeah,
think
just
I
choosing it.
actually I like this play. This now it locks Ace Empress into the blank side of Nebula, so Faye won't be getting a click back. So the click gain side, there will be no Nebula flip until an agenda is scored. And in this board state, I don't really see the court being able to score an agenda.
Yeah.
There's no there's a siphon.
Oh, but
That's a
we don't have any tag clearing technology anymore.
I think you just siphon, run the remote, and clear one tag.
Fair, 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 fair. I like that actually.
You
Ah,
know,
okay. Ugh,
or
okay.
you
Ah,
can
yeah,
break this. It's not the worst.
yeah. I really liked. Maybe we're just wanting to get the corp even further down, so they click for 3 credits, and then next turn the siphon is just like a death knell.
We're gonna see here what's in server 4. I think Jai basically just using this as a falsified credentials. It's the
Yeah.
second spin doctor.
Well,
Um,
falsified credential that forces the spin out, which is better than falsified credentials, but also doesn't make any money. Well, you have Desperado, makes one money.
I think here you're happy to just. I think you just draw.
You're
No
not
reason to
pricing
do
to win
anything.
it.
If archives is like a tomorrow's headline, you don't want to open that up. You don't want to like get stuck with a tag.
Yeah, the
Um,
running last click sounds suspicious.
yeah, I don't like running here. Yeah, drawing is
Oh, an
fine. Playing an
Aaron.
Aaron.
That's just gonna make things even worse for next turn for Ace Empress. Like we can Aaron, run R&D, steal whatever, siphon, clear the tags with Aaron. Like that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah, I think you slam down Aaron, run R&D. I don't think you want to siphon on 2 credits. I think you can definitely play a
Yeah.
little bit greedy.
In my
Crucially here as
mind,
well, if Jai finds a Bellona,
it's just
he
game
will have
probably. Yeah.
so there's
Oh, another
HHN.
HHN.
Under
Wow, nothing.
nothing.
And we did see a little bit of tech for the tech with under the boss.
Under the bus. That's rude.
Uh,
That's a pure rude.
yeah, that's a really mean card. I don't remember the trigger condition, but it's always felt like such a middle finger to whatever you were doing.
Oh, it's not even a trigger condition, I think. Oh no, it's isn't it access? I believe it's an access.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you had the audacity to access a card. Yeah,
yeah, I
it's the
know.
condition, like the condition on HHN. It's like you started a run. It's like okay, sure.
Yeah. So we're seeing Ace Empress just drawing up, getting ice on R&D. That is likely. I think we saw a Data Raven in one of the top cards on the medium dig, so it's
Yeah,
probably a Data Raven.
or I think we
Um,
also saw Gold Farmer. Uh,
and we saw a
yeah, and
slot
slot
machine as
machine.
well. Um,
Um, Ace Empress definitely doing a good job staying low on credits. Like I guess like you have to guess by this point that the criminal's hand is just full of cards that steal your money as soon as you go up.
oh yeah, I think this is really.
Oh
There's a
wow, we
Bellona.
just sniped the Bellona. Well, that's that's the the champ diff for sure. You
Player of the
just
year for a
take
reason,
those
folks.
singles.
This crucially also gets Iron Marone to 2 counters. With the credit differential, the kill plan, unless actually the kill plan doesn't even work now because now you can just sit back and chill, and
Oh,
there's the
and yeah, as
siphon.
soon as the corp clicks for credits, you
That
just
was
slam the siphon
fastest
down.
siphon in the West right there. Jai could not wait to fire that one off. Ace Emperor's late to the party. Yeah. Jai just in time. Ace Emperor's going to get siphoned. Going to get Steve value as well.
Yeah. In the next turn, you can siphon like Steve the siphons back. Oh,
I just clear the tag. Yeah, you can just clear the tags.
yeah. I wonder we would have been better keeping the Maron counters, but I guess we're seeing another quadrillion cards off of R&D.
But also,
So
if Ace Empress is able to put together the score plan or the kill plan, Faye needs to score an agenda as part of that. So you'll always have 2 Iron counters.
oh,
There's
and
the boom.
we whiff, but we hit the boom, which is good.
I think
And
again, Jai doesn't really need to do. If Jai wanted to get greedy,
the
he could play a
second
second medium.
Just to really send a message, or
Yeah,
the
just for
same old things. Yeah,
pure
yeah.
greed. At this point
It-
now, it's hard to find. Although we said this last week, Ace Emperors looked to be in a very, very similar position. Did not look like Faye would be able to assemble a victory as Nebula either by scoring out or kill or combo killing. The combo kill
Mhm.
plan is probably over, but there's still the potential to astroscript your way to victory. But with
Okay,
0
so with
credits,
0 credits, if you're Jai, do you go for the double medium? What are you thinking?
he wants to go over the go double medium. He's saying,
Yeah, of
screw
course.
it. Let's just get this over with. I kind of wonder, do you just check archives?
I mean, I think there's a non-zero chance that you have the game in archives. Oh,
But
well,
you have the
okay.
game on
There
top.
we go.
There's the Bologna.
There's an Astro on
GG.
top. Well, I would say, yeah, I feel like I feel like the Steve panned out this game. Like the thing that I was saying was like they don't have a lot of early eyes. Oh, whoa, wait, I don't know who first. But they were being. It's like you have a conduit on like 3 or 4, and so you're really priced into icing R&D, but you're also being priced into icing HQ because of the Steve. And I think we saw like like a little bit short on cash to do everything, and I don't know, probably the going down to 0 for the HHN ended up backfiring a bit. I feel we never got out of the money hole after that.
Yeah, I think it's
But
I
yeah,
think it's a tricky one. I think it's a very, very tricky one. I think that is just I think the reason why we've seen so many Andys this phase is because Andy just has so many tools to be able to beat these Nebula decks, to keep them poor, and to keep them flipped, and stop them from being able to enact either the score to 7 plan or the boom plan. I think it's a really good meta
yeah,
call, and well done to the folks who've swapped from Combo Woo over to Andy.
yeah,
Let's swap
100%. Like
sides.
with the Aaron by himself makes it
Oh
almost
yeah,
impossible
Aaron is worth it alone. What a
to
ridiculous
get
card.
killed. And just like the money, just the money pile that is the criminal faction, alongside really efficient breakers in the form of Paperclip and Shibboleth and Amakua, just makes it a really efficient runner. And and yeah, we definitely saw the
Let's have a
counter deck
look.
with
We're
Under the
gonna
Bus,
see.
but let's jump in the new one.
So Jai whipping out the Scorpios. We didn't get to see this last week. I believe Jai was on his bye week last week. Jai, known for his love of Scorpios, he has been pioneering this deck since ESL last year. Um, Ace Empress going for Arasana. We saw this as well last week. This is like a very aggressive run focused Arasana. It's looking to deep dive you multiple times a turn.
Hmm.
Um, and we see in hand, we've got a trick shot in hand. Jai just going for Ice HQ, Ice the remote, installing the remote. Probably a Rashida in the remote. Um, if Ace Empress
I
has a
mean,
way of
yeah,
contesting,
now
which
yeah, now we get to do my favorite thing ever, which is just SMC trick shot and just steal points off of R&D and have a better overclock to contest the remote. Just sign me up for that all the time.
yeah, we I know we had the sort of stealth trick shot spoiled during the week, but
Hmm.
over here in Eternal we get to play with the OG trick shot, a card that has seen shockingly little play in Eternal. There isn't really a deck that kind of fits it,
Hmm.
um, or that has been able to kind of make a splash in. But yeah, Ace Emperor's going for it. The SMC. You don't. I think. I kind of wonder, did we need to pre-install the SMC? I guess you'd like to have the Hush available. Um,
Uh, I don't know what we Jai just appreciating the glory of trick shot.
we've all kind of
Uh,
forgot that Trick Shot exists, and we see what a top
and
two. Plutonium
yeah,
and
we saw
Friends in High Places.
Titanium. Those both of those cards make me very sad if I'm the runner. Like I don't like either of those. I wonder if you pre-hush this ice.
Um, there's not a
Well,
lot.
now we need to pop the SMC. Okay, never mind.
Choosing not to pop the SMC, I guess Ace Empress feels
Interesting.
that there's nothing that Faye need to get with the money. There's no like utility programs that you want to like just fetch off the SMC. Um, you don't have the MU at the moment for like a hyperdriver. You don't have your deep dive in hand, so I think you're happy to just sort of say, "Yep, I got my extra accesses and my
Yeah, that was
I got
another
my."
thing. Is like they Ace Empress choosing to use a ritual instead of a diesel. Click one to draw up. I I
Mhm.
mm, I thought is like maybe the like in a deck with hyperdrivers, like I would almost always want to say is like, okay, I use the diesels when I don't have the hyperdriver around, and I save my rituals when they draw like 6 cards or something. But maybe just the consistency of being able to go like double diesel or something, beating out the crazy high roll potential of drawing a bajillion cards. But maybe Ace Empress, already set up to draw a million cards. We see a Joyride in the hand. That's a card that I haven't seen played in a while.
Yeah, Hot Pursuit really, really good in these aggressive Arsana decks that we see in Eternal. I know Baron Wu has been really pushing for this style of deck for a while, playing things like indexing, Hot Pursuit, Trick Shot. We see a
Mhm.
Jackson in the remote, just chilling there. Um,
Hmm. I wonder uh, how Hush versus Titanium works. It's the same thing as Hush versus Magnet, but I don't remember the ruling on Hush versus Magnet.
Hush wins is
Hush wins.
is
Okay.
the long and the short of it.
All right. So you can Hush a Titanium and then put another Trojan on top of it.
Yes.
But Titanium has like 3 subs or something ridiculous like that.
Oh yeah, Titanium is also just ridiculous.
It's like it's
It
not you can't really put a slap handle on it and call it a day, right?
No, you're not putting a slap handle on it and being happy. We're seeing Friends in High Places come out to reinstall this Rashida.
Just the
Um,
Rashida.
this card, if you've not played with Friends in High Places, it is the card that I think gets more busted every time I read it. Um, a one
Yeah, for
influence.
example, right now I just realized that it doesn't RFG itself after you play
No,
it.
no, it doesn't have. The great thing about Friends in High Places is you are almost as baffled by the text that isn't on it than the text that is. Um, yeah, so you have yeah, it it's a terminal. Oh no. One influence, two cost operation. We have it up on
What
screen there.
influence?
Just bananas card. Absolutely bonkers card.
Well, like yes, I agree. Like you've just changed my memory of this card. I was like, surely this is like 3, 4 influences. Like no, it's 1
Oh no.
influence.
You used to use it so you could get your Jeeves for free.
Oh, wow. Okay, so wait, we're popping? We're going off?
popping the
Is
SSD,
this?
getting the hyperdriver.
Huh.
I
Are
think
we
we're going to look at it.
just YOLOing a joyride?
I think, yeah, I
Oh
think
wait,
to be tempted.
what if we face plant server 2 to contest the Rashida, and then we joyride? Okay, we're just calling it, saying there's no end run here.
I think that's a reasonable call.
All
A
right,
lot
then
of the
there's
ice
no
is
end
pretty expensive.
run.
There's an eminent domain.
Oh,
There's a DDoS.
and now we can propeller from hand, so we can definitely deep dive this turn.
Oh yeah, the dive is on.
Uh, do you? We only have one dive. Do you ever indexing to just go and steal more agendas before you dive?
I don't think you waste the indexing. I think you use the indexing to buy time
Ah,
to
okay, okay,
set up
okay.
for your next dive. I don't think you get greedy.
Oh, we play and pop right away, the DDoS. That's a power card for us for sure.
I
So
think
we can
I wonder could you
I
say the DDoS. I wonder could you say. I guess the DDoS popping the DDoS now means that you definitely get 2 hot pursuit.
uh, I guess, but we have a propeller in hand, like, and an oiler. We're just hushing something with Ari. Consulting visit.
The
Yeah,
great thing
I
is
don't
as
know.
well.
If I felt like we could have saved the DDoS for the next deep dive. If there is a next deep dive, of course.
I
If
think
we're
the
not
issue is
winning
this:
the game this turn.
if this Scorp deck gets out of hand and is able to get a couple of um if is able to get, let me see.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lot of
SDS.
agendas.
Uh, I wonder if you spend a click for another 1 pointer.
Yeah, I think you 100% do. Even just to disrupt Jai getting access to an eminent domain. Like so much of this deck's economy is wrapped up in eminent domain.
Fair.
And yeah, you get
And
dealing
you
with the
still
Rashida.
Rashida. All right, well, that was a good
Now,
turn.
now this indexing looks really, really good.
Yeah, now this indexing is just game ending for sure.
Jai in a very, very tough spot here. It's all Vance Vance. What is this? This is a hostile takeover.
Okay, God, how many 1 pointers is this deck running?
I don't think you know how hard it is for this deck to score agendas quickly. But also you want 1 pointers to be able to sack them to Tithonium and Archer.
Yeah, fair. That's the real big thing. I wonder if definitely before Green Mail was a thing, I remember people were playing Standoff. I wonder if Green Mail took the place of Standoff.
Yeah, I think so. I think having the extra point and the money is more
Yeah, like
important.
having something that has text when you forfeit it is really cute.
So Ace Empress.
Hmm.
I wonder
Clearing
if
a
we're just going to see.
time?
I think we're just going to
No
remove the
way.
tag and put down the film critic.
But it's like, well, what can't you steal as Ari?
Um, I guess yeah.
I'm
If
not
you
sure.
find an STS, you're pretty fine giving up a program because it is game winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think actually I do kind of like this going after the Jackson here.
Just preemptively.
There's nothing that Jai can res here that's a problem for you.
That's true. Like we don't have anything installed, so it's like yes, like res your titanium. I don't care.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of what's the worst thing that could get resed. There isn't really anything. Going for the Pisha Shao.
And just overdraw or credit. I think we can overdraw the film critic, surely.
Yeah, I think so. This is Ace Emperor's now
Actually, clearing
clearing
the
the
tag.
tag. Okay, I guess
Maybe
potentially
there's
worrying
some
about the.
resources that we care about later on.
I guess if you
But I
wanted
feel
to freak.
we're kind of we're kind of invested into there not being a later on.
Yeah, I don't think you want this game to go long because the longer the game goes, the worse
The
it's going to
more
get
like
for you.
Scorpius does Scorpius things, yeah.
Yeah, every turn, every card that gets played, the Scorpios gets good value.
I have to feel like we're just like indexing, sending it this turn, and having a pretty good shot at just winning. Oh, going after the Jackson also like kind of fixes our indexing, yeah, because you can't really indexing with a Jackson on board.
Correct.
Of course, I missed that. Now, do you go after server 1 right away, and if the coast is clear, you just send the indexing, or what do you think?
I think you can just play very aggressively here. Like again, the worst that happens here is you lose the Pisha Shell on HQ, which does suck for sure. But if Jai, I guess, okay, Tithonium res would be bad because Jai can res Tithonium for free. Archer also bad. But I think you can just play pretty aggressive here. Contest server 1. If it's a Rashida, you get to pop it. If it's a Jackson, you're even happier because it means your indexing is likely going to land and it gets rid of recursion. Playing the Film Critic.
I think, yeah, Ace Empress faces the line.
So just running into a Kesselroyd.
Okay.
I think that's fine.
Maybe just looking to force some resist this turn, so we can have better information on the possible dive indexing next turn.
Yeah, this is the issue with the Scorp deck. We see a
What is
Sapper on
what is
HQ.
that?
This is a classic
Crap?
piece of Wayland Ice. It is 2 strength, 3 to res, trash a program.
And but it's a snare. It's like something that
It's
you
also a
find on
snare because
centrals.
if you access it from HQ, it fires. You encounter
My
it.
God, I didn't know Wayland had a snare.
Oh yeah, we used to see lots and lots of play in Gagarin.
I remember like Force Connection from like the old Venti decks, also triggering from centrals.
Oh.
That was also disgusting. Oh, so it was a Jackson. Okay, so we actually showed good restraint, not going for dives. But this means Jai is kind of broke, right? Like they can't res an archer anymore.
Yeah, so this is the issue with this Scorp is that you are so broke. Resin Ice really sucks for Scorp. And I think that's kind of why
And we're friending.
friending to get back Rashida
And
over
Jackson.
installing the Jackson. So one must assume that the card in server 2 is the other Jackson.
Yeah, we know the card in server 2 is the other Jackson.
Oh, sorry, yeah, we installed from the Friends and I places. You're right.
Aren't we like super green to deep dive this turn?
The only issue is Tithonium.
We can RE in a prop, right? Well, it looks like Ace Empress is doing the same maths, yeah.
I'm trying to see.
Like, you run HQ first while you don't have any programs because you just let Sapper fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, we're drawing. I guess we're not doing
set
that.
up, I guess.
I guess you just actually install the prop and run after the Rashida? What? What are we digging for?
Yeah, I think I do like playing the propeller. Although the problem is it's really hard to refresh propellers. I don't know how many propellers Ace Empress is on. If Ace Empress is on 3 or so, because you can't rely on symbol chip or clone chip in this matchup.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you do need to be kind of a little bit judicious with your propeller usage.
I mean, but we could have just dived this turn, right? What? And we're letting Jai go off with the Rashida. Crazy. Okay.
So Jai's gonna get to fire Rashida. So this is a pretty good boost. This is a pretty good tempo boost for Jai, who has been kind of struggling.
Now we're in hedge fund range.
Yeah, so Jai can now Jai can boost his economy by playing economic staple hedge fund, which is premium economy in this Scorp deck.
I wonder
But
if
yeah,
with all of these white pointers you play like stock buyback or something, but maybe that's too cute.
I think in ESL season 1 he was on stock buyback. Um,
Stock
because he was
buyback
playing
is a
some
really
like
funny card. Wait,
funny in
I
one.
loved seeing it earlier with like this the sports medal fake points decks.
Sure, you can love that. I'm glad somebody does. As somebody who played a lot of Red Crim, I do not love stock buyback and fake point sports. Um, Jai thinking so. I wonder, does he not have the hedge fund in hand? Because surely, if you have a hedge fund, you're firing that off straight away. So just an installing an archive, so making the dive a little bit harder, and installing an HQ. That's probably a Crisium.
Yeah, that's gotta be the grid.
So what?
What do we do as Ace Empress? I feel like the shaper, like our econ was like those gambles and the creative commissions, and those kind of have run out. Like we need to win ASAP.
I wonder,
I
do
feel like
you
every
though? Like,
turn.
could you just sit back and click for credits because you've actually got everything you kind of need in hand? You have the second dive, you have Euler and Ika.
Hmm.
The other thing
Well,
Ace Empress could be doing is Ace Empress could be overdrawing. So the strategy into Scorp is you want to, rather than
like
trashing
discard
cards,
like yeah,
yeah,
all
you
of your
want to
important
discard.
stuff in one go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, we
get
dropped both indexing, just saying it's like we're never gonna be in a situation where we can just actually run the Jackson before we indexing, so the indexings are not gonna land. And Jai plays too big to fail. Okay. And Jackson
Jackson for
spinning
sure.
back two friends of a friend. That's so cursed. Or yeah, like two friends in high places, not friend of a friend.
Recursion upon recursion. Um,
Hmm.
and it's only going to
Well,
server 2.
now though, as Ari, we have two bad pub. Like that's pretty big for like all of the running we're trying to do. Jai? Hello. Oh,
Oh, playing around interdiction. Thank you, Jai, for the the helpful insight into the pre-res Marcus Body.
nice, 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 nice.
So yeah, so
Uh,
this body res is kind of an annoying one now.
I think we can just like run the other two centrals, right? Run HQ last, and just hope we can slap Vandal our way through whatever the other HQ ice is. Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
Sapper coming
We're
down.
gonna
We
probably
can,
find we're gonna probably find another thing, I guess. Oh, we're actually breaking it? Okay, here
because
we are.
so yeah, it's super cheap to use Ika.
Oh yeah,
To,
Ika's one to break two subs, or the one sub anyways, yeah.
yeah, and you have the two bad pubs,
Oh.
so you can move it around for free as well. So too big to fail off the top of
Ooh.
R&D. That's not getting trashed. Not that I think you'd want to. Yeah, you. I don't think you really care about trashing it too big to fail. At this point, you're happy to get the bad pub.
Yeah, the thing is that now we used our Ari. So it's like we are gonna get our propeller shot by Marcus Batty. And if innermost is a barrier, then we're not getting into HQ this turn. That was my main worry.
Ace Empress seemingly going for the dive here is what it looks like. I
Hmm.
think worst case scenario, I think you do, this is relatively safe. You still, like, you have access to tools. You did use your ARI ability, but there's nothing I think that really blows you out. Tithonium is bad, but you do have Propeller to deal with it. I
I mean,
wonder,
how many credits do you need to break Archer with Ika?
too many is the answer to that. I think it's 2 to host, 4 to pump up to strength. So it's
So that's already
8 to break in it.
6, and then like 2 more for subs. So that's 8. That's more credits than we have. I'd be kind of scared of face checking on Archer right now.
I guess you don't need to break all the subs. You just need to break the Trasher program. So
Oh
that
yeah,
still puts you
that's
down to
still
7.
that's still 7.
So Jai thinking here.
I think that with all of the drawing that we did with the Joyride, we're not maybe really priced in. Maybe we can find a way to just say we're gonna try again next turn, but
Yeah, like
I
you've
feel like
gained
every turn things are just getting worse, right?
you've gained information here, which is good. I kind of maybe just
I think,
draw up, play one of these symbol chips, and get some programs into the
yeah, just
heat.
like trash all of your programs and hope you get one to stick.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess the big thing now is just finding a
Blade.
way.
Oh, we played Asteroid because we needed the Emu. Okay. But
Playing
now we're so
Hyperdrive.
poor, right? Now we're really poor.
Are you happy to just click for credits
I
and
guess that's
wait?
where we're at is like, okay, Jai, you can start scoring your best DSs or whatever. It's like I'm gonna take my time. And even when you're taking your time, Marcus Batty is gonna rig shoot you no matter what. And Scorpius is gonna stop you from using your chips. So Jai playing another too big to fail, going up to 3 bad pub. I feel like every
Gi-
time Jai gives like goes up on bad pop, that just means like you're more and more likely to get dived, right?
Yeah, giving the runner who's low on economy right now access, especially giving Arsana of all decks, who can really make good use of the bad publicity credits. Giving Arsana access to the bad pub, I guess. But I guess Chai's economic situation himself is not the best either.
We're popping Hyperdriver,
Are we
and we
going for it?
are running R&D. Oh, I guess okay, seeing a single.
I think this could still be game right here.
Yeah. Move Ika somewhere else. Maybe archives.
Do you
I
move
like that.
Ika? Yeah, okay.
Ah,
Use
but
the.
uh,
That's a hostile takeover.
I mean, like you're not hosting it on Film Critic, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
you are not hosting hostile takeover. You are just stealing it off wholesale. Oh, but I guess actually you might
Oh,
want
for
to
Hunter
for
Seeker
Hunter Seeker. Yeah, you might actually want to in a weird turn of events, you might actually want to put
to
hostile
host Hostile
takeover
Takeover. Yes,
on a film critic.
that's wild. And I guess we're running back if we're saying yes, right? We have 6 more clicks, anyways. What are we gonna do? Maybe Asimper's doing the maths on like if we need to click for credits. I don't know. I don't like moving the EK. I feel like Marcus Batty is always. Oh wait, Marcus Batty doesn't trash the ice. It's not like a Zato grid. It's like it's just himself.
So yeah, so Marcus Body, you trash Marcus Body himself, and then if you win the Psy game, you can
You
fire
just
a
get to
subroutine.
resolve a sub.
Yeah, so you resolve the Trasher program sub on Sapper.
Oh, we're just stealing it.
Just stealing it.
Oh, and now we
Okay.
have Aaron counters as well. Oh, trick
Trick
shot.
shot.
Surely. But if we rip it, we go below dive credits.
I mean, do you have the clicks to just
Click for a credit before diving.
click for a credit for diving? You don't need the extra click when you dive. You just need one click left over for a deep dive.
This is so stressful.
Okay, let's see. It
So we're moving
is.
the Ika back.
So this could again, this could still be game. Jai has a lot of one pointers.
Yeah. Jai has a heck of a ton of 1-pointers. And now we're moving the Ika back to the other sapper. Oh,
Another
and we
Marcus
just
baddie.
see a baddie.
Finding a baddie is really good.
Do you ever run the other servers? Like, no way, right?
I don't think you do. I think you just say that's fine. Looking at
I'm so
archives,
scared of Archer.
have we
I
used
mean, but
Arsana
like
yet?
Jai didn't res this turn, and we haven't used Ari yet. Though those are our saving graces. We haven't installed a simul chip. I feel like we're just really poor. Oh, and that's the titanium.
There's the Tithonium.
But that's fine in quotation marks. Okay.
Yeah, so the issue now is how do we break a potential Tithonium on HQ? So we found there's a Hunter Seeker in archives. Obviously, these games are pre-recorded via screen recording rather than JNet replays. So we can't go and check and see what else was flipped face up when Ace Empress ran archives. But we know that at the very least there's a Hunter Seeker in there. Which is important to note or important to recognize.
So you click for a credit, run HQ.
I guess the problem now is how do you deal with another Tithonium?
Wait, can you? No, there's no way. We need more. I feel like we probably missed some windows to click for credits. Because if we could install one of these chips, it would be so good. But now we're
But
just
what do
kind of
you?
priced into running HQ. Because we
But you
have a
can't.
Muse. We have a Muse in the bin. A Muse in the bin could reset. I know, can't reset the prop because it gets Scorpius in the middle. Shit.
Yeah,
Scorpius
Scorp is a
is
hell of a thing. It
yes.
messes with symbol chips pretty badly. Because as soon as the propeller touches archives, Scorp can interrupt and remove
When
the
we clicked
propeller.
for 2 credits, I wonder what we're playing around with 2 credits.
Like if there's an archer, okay, archer.
No, we can't res Archer because we have no agendas to forfeit.
Oh, that's true.
It's got to be Titanium, Biowak, hard res Biowak,
Hard res Biowak or hard res Tithonium
Titanium.
is on the
Yeah,
table.
hard res Titanium I feel is more likely.
Now, Jai hasn't resed this. Ace Empress has run HQ a few times when Jai has had the money to res any ice in the deck and the agenda to forfeit, but Jai hasn't resed this piece of ice.
Yes, so could be anything. But let's see.
Are we going to see a res? I don't know if we are. The other thing I think Ace Empress wants to click for is Ace Empress wanted credits, I think, as well to like play into the Marcus Baddie side game.
Oh well, yeah. I assume that we could do that off of the bad pub, but it is the hard
There's the
res
Tithonium.
Titanium.
So now
Oh wait, it only has one in the run. We're good. We're Gucci. We have
but you can't.
wait,
You
wait.
can't
No,
boot.
yeah.
No, you can't.
Oh yeah. Fuck. We lost the hush so long ago. Oh no.
It's not necessarily. It's not the hush that's an issue. I think it's the fact that we don't have the counters on propeller to boost.
No, no. I was like, if we had the because we have a slap vandal and we just need to break the end run sub, but Titanium also has the magnet text of can't
It
have
can't
cards
host
hosted.
Trojans, and once it's
Oh.
rezzed, you can't hush.
Oh wait, once it's res, you can't hush?
Yeah, once it's rezzed, you can't hush the
Ah,
Tithonium.
you can only pre-hush it.
You
Okay.
can pre-hush it. It's the same with magnet. You can't hush a rezzed magnet.
Okay, 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 okay. And I feel like now the door has just like swung closed, right? It looks really rough.
So the one,
Wow, Titanium, it's not even treasure resource or Enderon, it's just like both. It's like, okay,
yeah,
screw
there's
your
a
resource
very good
and keep
reason this card was banned after Paperclip rotated.
Wow.
Um,
That is a
at
brutal
this
set of
point,
subroutines.
see the thing that Ace Empress has is Ace Empress just needs to touch one agenda.
1 point, that's true.
One non-SDS agenda.
And even if yes, it's DS, you can probably like RE some random thing in just before
Actually,
access.
if Jai doesn't ice R&D, you can just slap a slap vandal on the sapper. I'm very impressed that I was able to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can get on the slap the sorry sapper. and just constantly break through for free. And then if you do touch the SDS,
We
you're
know that
fine.
this is the old Jackson, right? Slap
This,
Vandal.
I think this is unknown. Okay, so this is the old Jackson.
Oh,
Or
never
no,
mind.
Corporate Town.
Ooh. Okay.
So again, you don't care about Corporate Town here. Jai can't
Yeah.
res it. And it's not doing anything. It'll trash an Aaron, but you're fine with that.
I mean, if you're Jai, are you overinstalling this Sapper
Yeah, you have to.
to get to trash the? Because you can trash and Scorp on your turn to get rid
Correct.
of the Slap Vandal forever.
Yes.
That's so mean. It's like you're the faction based on recursion, and you're just seeing like everything that you want to recur just go away.
So we're gonna
Oh,
see
Tucana.
an agenda get scored.
Yeah,
Tucana
like
is gonna get triggered.
another hostile or green mail. And I guess the Tucana, we're gonna see the Tucana install overriding the Sapper, I would imagine.
Yeah.
With
And
like a
once that
Castleroid
happens,
or
I don't
something.
know what else Ace Empress can do.
I mean, like if it's overinstalled with like a Castleroid or like whatever like small gear check thing that we end up getting. Wait, it doesn't need to be a small. This could be an archer. This doesn't need to be a small gear check thing. Holy crap!
Yeah, you can just border
Okay,
control.
border
Border control is
control.
actually even better.
Yeah. Uh, well, well. That means that if we Slap gets in, right?
Wait, yeah, sorry, yeah, Slap Handle gets in.
Yeah,
So
we
there
can just run
was.
this.
So that's what I was wondering. I was wondering what other breaking solutions Ace Empress has. So Ace Empress probably has, I'd say, one more turn.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance that there's still like a propeller going around the deck because we only
There
saw
might be a second
one.
propeller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like we're gonna give Jai some money this turn,
Well, you don't care
but
because the game is ending.
yeah,
Like this
exactly.
is
Like
this
we're
is
so
more than
close to
likely
being
your
locked
last
out
turn.
that
Yeah.
then this could realistically be the last turn that we get to touch cards. Oh, okay,
There's
we keep
Rashida.
digging. We keep digging.
We have 2 clicks.
Not like this,
No,
Jai.
not
It's
like
like
this.
not.
Not like this. This is scrappy Netrunner. This is playing to pure hope and luck. Yeah, Jai's going to become very, very rich out of this border control. It's not going to matter because more than likely this is going to be the final turn of the game before Ace Empress is locked out of getting in. Is it an agenda? It's an
Oh,
SDS!
oh.
Ace Empress squeaking it out on what likely
Oh
was the
my
final turn of
God.
the game. GG to both players.
Yeah. I wonder if I. Hmm. No, because like I was thinking. Yeah, I wonder if Jai got greedy. Uh, I think with the Tucana you could grab an archer, and with the discount from the Tucana and the credits from the green mail, still install it and just keep it in R&D.
I don't think you don't get the green mail credits when you need to be able to I think res the archer.
Yeah, he was like on 3 credits or something. Like he was below Archer credits, but like on a little bit of money. And with the Tucana discount, I think you can install and res the Archer. And
I'm not
Archer
sure.
on R&D would have stopped this, right? Because you can only
Um,
cheese the Archer once, then the Archer shoots your programs down.
you can no, you can put a slap vandal on. Oh wait, no, because then it just. Oh wait, yeah, you put a slap vandal on archer. You pre-install, put a slap vandal on archer, break the end the run.
And but then the slap dies, so you only see the Rashida on top.
I guess yeah, but you don't definitively. You see one card.
You leak a single instead of the possibility of more, yeah.
Yeah,
But so maybe a small misstep at the end, but God, this Scorpius deck just looks so brutal to play against. Every time we've seen runners just eke it out by like tiny little edges when the door just seems like so closed on them.
Yeah, this Scorp
These
deck
are
is
really fun games to spectate and commentate.
this Scorp deck is fascinating to watch play. Jai has been, I think we can confidently say Jai is maybe the best Scorp player. He's the possibly the only person who's dedicating a lot of time and effort into getting this Scorp deck to a really strong place. He's teching for Wu. He's put a lot of reps and a lot of time into Scorp, and these games are always fascinating to watch. And they usually involve very scrappy endings where you have cases of runners close to getting completely locked out of the game, finding
100%.
finding those extra accesses or two.
Oh, yeah, I just realized that the sappers trigger during the combo Wu turn, of
They
course.
do. They do. It's a great interlude against Combo Wu. But well done to both players. Well done to Ace Empress for navigating that. We've seen this now 2 weeks in a row. Ace Empress will not say it's over or Faye has no outs. We saw it against Andy last week against CD Row. We saw it again today in both games, playing to the very, very end, playing to any possible out. Well done to both players. Fabio, we are going to jump out
Yep.
and hand over the microphones to Andre, who has been managing the stream for us this evening, and everyone's favorite Quagsire, Aksu. For myself, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the stream. I can't wait to watch, give my voice a little rest. Thank you, Fabio, for joining me in the booth. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Yeah.
And I'll hand you back now to our co-casters. Thank you very much, folks. Enjoy the rest of the stream.
Hey,
Yeah, have a good one. This is always fun.
thanks so much for joining us. We are halfway through today. This is again week 5 of the Eternal Super League. My name is Andre. I'm from the Metball Grid. I'm joined by Axu. Axu, how's it going?
Hello, doing great. Happy to watch some Eternal again today.
It's been exciting. We are halfway through the day. So just to recap, I'm pretty sure y'all are familiar, but we have 9 weeks of Eternal games. These games are pre-recorded earlier the week. They were played kind of asynchronously in some way, and then they're submitted. So we have 4 more games to look at today. Are you ready to jump in? Axu, do you have the shared link you're watching together?
Yes, I just grabbed it from the chat.
Perfect. All right. So we're looking at here. We have Dungeon Mixer versus the currently undefeated Off15. Off15 is playing some Industrial Genomics. We saw some earlier today, so we're going to see some big trash costs. On the other side of the table, Dungeon Mixer, it looks like it's totally tag-based Liza, so we're going to get some free card draw. This is an interesting matchup. I don't know if the card draw is going to overwhelm Industrial Genomics, but we'll see how the tags matter. What do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It depends a lot on what tech cards do we have in the Liza deck. Do we have stuff like Employee Strike? Do we have the points for that? Because otherwise it can kind of get really dicey in if you can actually clear out that table that IG is going to set up. With that, it's kind of a bit easier.
Yeah.
And of course, the actual win condition of the Liza deck is the 1 copy of the counter surveillance that we have in hand. So the basic idea, just get a pile of tags and then just push the tags into your opponent access cards from R&D. Kind of maybe doesn't actually work against IG that well.
Yeah.
So interested to see if that actually is like a way that we can win the game, or do we have to like actually scrap it out for the agenda points?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what the points stop Industrial Genomics from playing, but things like Beach Dome, Shock, Obakata, Fuji, all these things take cards out of hand, so it's hard to see a lot of cards, but Diversion Fund's going to start our tags here. We're going to just take all the money away from IG, leaving with 1 credit, now the remote server. The only ice we can maybe expect here is Crick. I don't know what ice we're expecting. Maybe early Cortex Loxes are unfortunately 1 credit too many to res.
Yeah. Vanilla is so good.
No.
The one ice that could just a zero to rest, 0 coster, and perfect just to end the run here.
The archetypal gear check, yeah. Shutting down a 6 credit swing, not getting that clean getaway across. No for Dungeon Mixer in the chat there. So we'll see this as a Rashida or a Cohort, both really important cards to start running, but a Hot Percy is going to be Send HQ, so it's more credits and the access. Power shutdown decks, okay. So
okay, are we playing the combo version where we
think we are.
The idea is just power shut down everything?
Yeah,
really
so
interested to see how this turns out.
I've only seen this one. I've heard this one being talked about from folks like Bahram Wu was playing this in person, I think, many years ago at Barcelona Worlds. But the short of the long is you can shut down your entire deck to get all your cards largely in archives. You keep 1 or 2 cards in R&D. That keeps the trash cost up. And then when you score things out like Hades Fragment, I believe is the card we're looking for, you can make sure that your deck never decks out. And then you can do some wild stuff like Kakurenbo, fast advance stuff. It's like a really, really weird spot where checking archives is like nearly lethal. It's very hard to interact with. Besides Employee Strike, which I think will quickly be a problem.
Yeah. So it also might be that we just use Power Shutdown to put like 20 cards in in
Yeah.
archives. That's an easy way to just get cards there.
Oh man,
Doesn't
Obelisk.
come down nothing yet.
I-
Obelisk is such a great card, adding hand size to your hand.
Yeah.
So you actually are not dead to a lot of attack punishment instantly. Of course, still the premium high profile target will get you, but just your Scorched Earth booms not really mattering at this point.
Like
Also gets you more draw, which is always nice.
Yeah, running R&D, there was draw 3 clicklessly, which is absurd. And now Diversion going to keep the corporation down. We'll see if a second Rashida-like card does sneak through. We've seen some really mean cards in remote servers. Things like Keeling, of course, Bioethics. Of course, also we have Bladderworts. But it looks like just 3 credits ice up. Only 1 card face down in archives. Liza has an open R&D to draw 3 cards and get an access. Rashida for 2 still seems pretty fair on 2 credits. I don't know if you were worried about the corporation drawing that because the remote server seems to be booked. But Boomerang gonna go HQ. Whether it's another diversion, I think the Ice Res will duck maybe a bit of that. So we'll see if it's just a bravado to touch cards.
Yeah, might be. Even still, just keeping your opponent down low on credits is pretty fun.
Yeah.
And you don't really mind getting the extra tags from the account siphon because that actually pushes your win condition forward more. So just stealing again 6 credits. That's
massive. 9 credits.
Transfer of wealth.
Yeah. Now we're drawing up. You see Paparazzi there. Is this deck running Data League Reversal? Because that's like a really weird interaction with Industrial Genomics. But otherwise, I think we're just keeping our Paparazzi around so we don't die to meat damage and whatever matchups that matters.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be meat damage tech here.
Yeah. Off 15-15. Again, our undefeated corporation here, just clicking for credits 2 in archives. R&D run will be +3 cards, and it's filtered card draw with the Class Act. So we thus saw an Amakua. We're going to keep that. And all we see deeper there is some gear check ice, which Amakua right now is looking pretty happy with all the 0 strength ice on the table.
Yeah, a 3-cost icebreaker that just can break everything on the table feels pretty good.
Row trading coming down, Fall Guy as well. Now everything's going to be harder to trash. That Citadel Sanctuary, or excuse me, Wireless Net Pavilion. I believe it's playing in the Rada mode in Eternal, so it is unique. It does gain the diamond. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This card won the World Championship and was errata to be unique, I think just like 2 months after it. So this card was pretty messed up and still very relevant for a deck that wants to protect the resources, but also float tags.
Yeah, by itself, not really doing anything, but adding up just ways to protect more of your resources starts to really pile up on the trash cost for your opponent.
Diversion?
Doesn't matter really.
Yeah, Boomerang.
Diversion in.
I'm assuming that Outermost Ice is the vanilla that we saw at the top of the deck, so not even getting rezzed if it would cost just a credit. So maybe it's something else, but getting the Class Act draw of the Liza is so good here. And we have a Decoder, Clean Getaway, and another burst draw card from the Class Act. Not 100% sure if we think we need a Decoder, but it looks like the Class Act is hitting the bottom, and we're just going to take the credits away. Keeping off 15-15 off of doing anything, but I still think eventually the flood of these Econ Denial cards will slow down.
Yeah, but at that point we can just send it on R&D with the 9 tags that we get from just playing cards. Installing a surveillance.
Looks like we're going for it. Paying 9 here to see 9 cards. Mind you, also draw 9 more cards because of Obelisk. So this turn, you'll be at +11 cards. Mars for Martians, unfortunately, not playable as a priority. But we're going to see a lot of cards in R&D and maybe have the damage to also soak archives. This really needs to connect because we're going to be wasting a lot of cards in hand. Kakurenbo, Rashida, can't trash these things. Again, trash cost +3. Wow, Nana Civic, again, that is a big part of the protecting archives check with all these cheap end the runs. No agendas whatsoever, just holding 19 cards in hand. I don't think we're going to have an action to reset this. So Dungeon Mixer has to figure out with 3 credits and no clicks left. We're just dumping this hand into the bin.
I mean, your hand size is, I believe, 15 because you have so many
Oh my
tags.
god, yeah, right. Obelisk gives you hand size. I totally forgot about that. That seems so important. Yeah. Okay, good. That makes way more sense.
Yeah, 10 cards of R&D is pretty deep.
Yeah.
So, like, now you're starting to be afraid. how many points are in archives,
Yeah.
what is in HQ. So stuff like that is going to be running through your mind.
I think
Of course, how much can you actually do about it? It's a different question.
my read is that server 1 has to be a Spin Doctor or Jackson, which means there likely is 6 points in archives at a minimum. So if you could hunt that down before firing your one counter surveillance, I think the question here is how many counter surveillances are you playing? And we do see one more in the furthest left part of the hand.
It's also, I think IG typically a deck that is kind of happy to put some agenda points in archives, just letting your opponent access them. Just combining, hitting a bacterial maybe.
Yeah.
Is really annoying when you just pile in more archives poison into the archives immediately.
First click Mars for Martians, gain credits equal to your tags. There's some clan text on it. I'm pretty sure nobody knows what it says. But we're going to go for that 15 credit swing here. Probably ditch the wireless net. Not that we need the mutual favor here. Taking the credits away again. 18 hand size now, 15 in hand. We'll see if we can flush archives here, or whether we're worried to like lose the counter surveillance and net damage, which would actually be quite bad.
I think that really would swing the game state.
Yeah.
Basically, directly into the other side. The evaluation bar just wildly pivoting.
I'm a big fan of the valuation bar. It looks like now with 2 Fall Guys and a wireless net, it looks like we should be safe. It's going to cost off 15 3 clicks. And what is it, 12 credits to trash the counter surveillance? So probably next turn.
More than we have access to, basically.
Yeah. And 15 should be really scared here, because if it is a Spin Doctor or Jackson, shuffling server 1 shuffles the top 7 cards of R&D, which are totally safe at this point. So it's like a real big cost if you don't want to just forfeit, like, say, 1 3-pointer and keep R&D safe.
Yeah, do you remember the rules interaction between multi-accessing R&D and hitting a bacterial programming? Do you just start from the top again, or?
Yes, because they're not set aside. So I think you set aside them, then resolve it, then put back. It's like very weird. It's changed also between the null signal games and FFG time. So like, I'm not sure what the current ruling is. Compilation, we're going archives. That's good tech. You can interact with some traps, sort of. At least they won't be there on the run back. No agendas.
Oh, really? Not even a poison in there?
No poison, totally clean. We're at 33 credits, finding a Cerebral Static. We're not taking any of these cards. So if we want to go run R&D, we can see 14 cards. I think it's only like, still 10 new cards, which is a good number.
I believe so. You kind of just have to take it. Otherwise, 015 is just going to do the combo, pile everything into archives, install the non-civic grid on archives, and just make your opponent's life basically unwinnable at that point.
Yeah, and that's why this economy does matter. Again, Power Shutdown, I think, doesn't cost much, if not free. So it's hard to price off 15-15 out of the Power Shutdown, but there you go. There's that vanilla. You could technically break the Boomerang just to put it back in your stack if you want more hit points, or you can pay 1 with a turtle. There's always more siphons, yeah. All right, and then Quandary again for 1. And if you're wondering what all these cheap end the runs are, the idea is Nanocivic Grid on archives. You cannot successfully run it, which will soon be where all the agendas are. So off 15, if they can survive this is a massive change. And how the game will be, the pressure from the game. 42 credits, 15-15, down on 0, unknown card in server 1. I know Emergency Shutdown. Wait, did Emergency Shutdown, sorry, Power Shutdown, did that get errated too, that you can only do up to X? I think this card had text changes.
No, it got unerrated. So you can just call everything now.
Okay. So for a while, this card could only trash equal to whatever amount changes the board. But now you can trash your whole deck -1, let alone minus all if you have a Spin Doctor or Jackson on the table. Well, sorry, it has to be a Jackson because Spin Doctor will lose you the game.
If you realize the Spin Doctor, that works also.
We're going for a counter surveillance. C16 cards. We have 58 credits, so it's an expensive 16 credit access, 17 credit access, but it is 17 cards. Starting here with the Petty Cash, this easily could be a Managarm. I'm not sure if these are still known cards. We've seen no shuffle so far.
A couple of these we have seen.
Yeah, they seem familiar.
I believe, Cerebral Static looks pretty familiar.
Still familiar. Now we're in new territory. Friends in high places, Power Shutdown. Regenesis to start, that's a nice way to close the game quickly. Makes sense that it's in the deck. That means, where are the agendas? Dog, where are the agendas at? Okay, Bacterial?
Okay. That's Bacterial? I mean, we're starting from back top again, so...
I do not know what the ruling is here. We're looking at the top 7 with Bacterial, and then we can trash them or put them back or add them to HQ. Now, hopefully off 15-15 knows the ruling here, because it has changed. But we also don't know. It's not very obvious how many more cards Dungeon Mixer has to see deeper into R&D past this checkpoint. Oh man, this is the
I
point in
believe
time.
we still have like 10 cards left.
Yeah. The Thimble Rig, that's it. 25 in hand, 2 clicks left, nothing added to HQ.
Was that it? Did we actually access that many cards?
I felt
It really didn't feel like it.
it didn't feel like 17. I think it went fast, but it should have been 17.
Yeah, maybe.
We're checking
Strange.
finally the remote server for the first time. Bravado gonna get more credits on the way. Looks like we're deciding whether we res. I do think this has to be a spin or a Jackson.
Yeah, I think the card has been from there.
Yeah,
since
Jackson.
turn 3 or something. So yeah, Jackson's just waiting there.
Yeah, Opti 15 has no reason to shuffle, knowing the top like 15 are safe or whatever, but that is very important for the power shutdown combo if we do get a transition to it. 2 credits off of 15-15.
Left Clan Vengeance, so no more multi-access in the runner deck.
Yeah, it's just singles.
So digging for these last singles might be tough before we actually can do our thing.
Going HQ makes sense. Again, the R&D is not going to matter unless you can force a shuffle for the next like 15 turns. So it's all about HQ here for better for worse. And we only seen 4 points in what looks like to be the top 30 cards or whatever.
Yes, a couple extra cards here.
Oh,
is it going down the feature perfect roll?
Side game. We only have 2 credits. We can't run back this turn, but this card has to stay somewhere.
No,
0 to 1. Corp paying nothing. Dungeon Mixer going for 1 there. Going to have to discard a single card. It's just going to be a current. And off 15-15, starting with 1 card in hand. How do we see 3 cards there? Was it oh, it was the Copulation. Yeah, 100%. Good card. All right. So
did we manage to get a Nana Civic Grid into hand at some point?
yes, we just drew it. The top of the deck was like Power Shutdown, Nana Civic, I think. Friends, maybe?
Yeah, could be. Hansa Review? Up to 12 credits?
12 credits, not bad. We're out of it. Again, you can check the archives. Again, this is a replay, so we can't look at the heat, but you can check how many transfers and diversions and doofs you could possibly need to play around. We were going for a Power Shutdown. Okay, we're going to see this combo. I don't know. It's going to be a lot. Now, the Obelisk you can also take down, but I think the thing is like the corporate runner chooses what card to trash. It has to be at least that expensive or at least that cheap.
Yeah, so you basically runner can choose whatever card they want to trash.
Yeah.
Choose it to trash Amaku. I believe we have a second one in hand there in the pile of 22 cards.
All 15-15 just did an shit in chat, so I don't know whether the combo was goofed or not. Maybe they thought the Obelisk would come down. But it seems like maybe the combo is scuffed here. So now obviously the corp has no cards in R&D. But the thing is with Jackson Howard, you can always put 3 cards in R&D. And you now need to put a Nana Civic on Archives, but we have no Cliffs left. Oh, they trashed too many. So I think we're going to go for the undo. Because off 15-15 knows how many turns they need left. Now the cards in R&D, if they're trashable, technically Dungeon Mixer could end the game by trashing them. But the problem is their trash cost will be increased by like 17. Unless you run Archives first and survive the damage, which honestly could be possible here.
You can O15 can still get unlucky and hit all the agendas.
Yeah.
Just keep agendas on the top card of the deck.
Yeah.
So that is a possibility here.
Yeah, this doesn't seem confirmed. Like, I think you still have to take some risks here. Cool. Okay. Looks like we're gonna get a redo. So off 15 just trash 2 too many again. If you do just deck out, you lose the game. Yeah, this is weird. I've only heard of this deck, and I know it did well in Barcelona Worlds. I think, unfortunately, it was overshadowed by the infinite combo glitch, the infinite money glitch that the game had. But it looks like we need a... We're going to now end this with a Friends in High Places. So we're going to install 2 cards. Our guess here is it's a Nana Civic.
I believe Nana Civic in both servers.
Yeah, so not unique.
One on R&D, one on Archives. No. Oh,
wait, no.
Just first.
Yeah. First,
I think first they're solving something. No, never mind. No.
So double
upgrade on Archives.
Yeah, I think it might be like Holloman Nana Civic or Nana Civic and a Weddick. I'm not sure what it is.
But I think Nana Civic is a region, so cannot double stack those.
Yeah. We're going to start checking R&D again. The trash cost of all cards are increased by 16. Now we also don't have an employee strike. I think we're pointed out of employee strike. Oh, good, that's on top.
It's on top. It's on top. That's so unlucky.
That is so unlucky. Ugh from off 15-15. So we have to play the side game 3 more times. Now we have enough
Yeah,
money
this
to
was-
full bid.
Last credit, yeah.
Again,
But
off
it's going to be tough. guessing correctly
15-15
every single time.
is undefeated currently in the tournament, and finding 2 cards in R&D, the top being a Future Perfect with no ice, 4 clicks. This is tense. Do you think you can dodge bullets for 4 runs in a row?
If it happens, it would happen this time. First one, misses.
Yeah, all 15 paying
Oh,
0 one more
15
time.
Zero again.
Double zeros. Of course, we're going back, and it's another clean getaway, so the money shouldn't be an issue here. Future Perfect, we have to play a side game. Make your bets. All 15 sticking
really?
to 0. There's no shot Dungeon Mixer doesn't pay 0 here, right?
I mean,
Yes, they
when you
do.
switch,
We're going high
that's when
lows.
your opponent switches every time.
Yeah, it has to be a switch up here because Mixter went 0. Bigger pause on the corpse side. You love to see it. The runner locked in relatively quick. Yes, we finally have the flips. One more time. Dungeon Mixter.
Last one.
Yeah, running R&D. Holding on to the undefeated
Imagine
streak.
15-0 again.
No shot.
No shot. Surviving 4 axes and RD.
So on average, 3 accesses you steal it, but 4 accesses off 15-15, drawing the 5-3. We're gonna start here with the petty cash, and we'll see if we can do a combo. It looks like it's just Hanse review, so I don't think we're doing any sort of Holloman score out. We're gonna rebuild the board. Friends in high places. This card is terminal, so we have full information. Yeah, what's left in R&D here. So we'll see if we're gonna get ice back. We'll see if we're gonna get back some sort of way to fast advance.
I think Jackson Howard has to be one of the cards at least.
Yeah. In case they like trash your 1 R&D card if it is trashable. Like Dungeon Mixer does have that 16 extra credits to burn. So it looks like Jackson Howard in server 3. So that will put 3 cards back. And notably, you have full control what those 3 cards are. So this is not an Accelerated Diagnostics combo. That card is banned. But you can set up some pretty convincing boards. We're just popping Jackson here. We'll want to make sure we don't lose to, I don't know what we're playing around, I guess. Interdiction? That doesn't, yeah, maybe actually.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Interdiction, if there's like a rumor mill or something. And
Yeah, I think you're pointing at a rumor mill, but yeah, interdiction I think might be it.
not trusting the second one. I believe the Future Perfect still in hand.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. No, it's actually safer in archives. I just don't know if you had time to get it in there. So it has to be in hand, right?
Yeah, I don't think you. Yeah, I don't. Oh, we played one Hanse review, I believe.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's in archives, 100%. So Turtle's
Is it
gone.
breakers?
Yeah, 2 breakers are
We
down.
can get into HQ now.
Yeah, Hot Pursuit's coming through. So I do think you're right. The agenda was Hanse. That being said, there could be other agendas in hand. We need to find a 3-pointer. So it looks like it's Bacterials and Future Perfects. So we're going to break this for 2. Our text is now blank. We're just taking on tags for no reason.
Just for the love of the game.
Yeah. We're going to get, I think it's 7 credits on Pursuit. Just a thimble rig there again. There's only so much hard end on ice. So you can kind of deal with the Nano Civic if you brute force it. I'm worried if there'll be a bad face check, like a core damage or a net damage or a trash program subroutine. But I do think you can maybe like overrun the Jacksons by just running archives over and over again. Maybe that's not true.
Yeah, running archives over and over again. It's
Yeah.
fine until they just drop the Kakurembos. Like you have to run like 40 times or something just to flip everything up.
Oh yeah. I thought it trashed the ice, removed it from the game. You're right. It just flips it. Yeah, that's so much harder to stop. Second Hanse. Again, off 15-15 is floating in the what would be the most uncomfortable position for a corporation. 1 card left in R&D, but off 15-15 has just swung the game, and now they are in total control of this match.
Yeah, still is a misposition to just misplay. Just
Yeah.
dancing on the knife's edge here.
Yeah. 1 bad mistake, 1 ugly Jackson shuffle, like you're cooked, but currently here with technically 4 cards left in R&D after the Jackson fires and setting up for whatever the combo is. It looks like Dungeon Mixer is going to brave the R&D run here, or sorry, the archives run, And I think you're totally right. We'll see the Nano Civic and just flip up a cheap end the run. There you go. Question was
combined with Managarm.
Oh,
That's just basically unbreakable.
Oh, it's a double breach trigger, just like Mati, huh?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
We do have 23 credits. Technically, we can trash the Jackson Howard, but I think that will be just popped.
Yeah. So we're gonna go pay the what do we pay for Managarm? 2 clicks? No, sorry, we road trading. We paid 5 for Managarm. Now we're chasing down the Jackson. And Civic did show a vanilla, so just an end the run subroutine. It just fires the subroutine. No text otherwise.
Yep. Just blank end the run.
Yeah. So now off 15-15.
Objection. Is this getting trashed?
Oh, for 19! Now the next Friends in High Places has to be here, right? I think you always just put those back.
Yeah, we better have one.
Yeah, trashing for 19 is a tall ass, but off 15-15 with no cards left. Whether you go for the Hades fragment here, whether you can score it out with potentially resetting the ice. Yeah, we has to be a Friends last click for sure.
Seems like it.
Yeah, overinstalling the ice. So you're doing that to get the cards and archives, but they were face up. So I guess this sets up a Kakarembu later?
Yeah, I think so. If you're the second ice on here for some reason.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't look like it. Installing 2 cards.
Now we'll see what those cards are. Dungeon Mixer is scrolling up through the chat. One of them has to be a Jackson. The other one looks like it is a Nano Civic.
Yeah,
in
Jackson into server 5, protecting the R&D, making sure that we don't lose the game.
Yeah.
Server 1 being set up with the Nano Civic. So
you can just push into the remote.
Yeah. Also, this remote is unrunnable. Unless you have some tech, pinhole.
Yeah, wait, if you pinhole R&D, you could shut down the Nano Civic. I guess the problem is it's like 1,700 to trash, but employee strike pinhole is like the weird thing that gets you here, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Sadly, we are on corporate grant.
Yeah.
But we are playing a deck that can kind of easily get a huge pile of credits.
Second row trading's coming down. Again, it's 2 clicks for 6 credits on a tag. 18 credits on the 0-cost ice is pretty good. And just getting the boomerang down on R&D, I don't know what ice you're expecting. Maybe an Excalibur gets you in a weird spot, but...
Yeah, just making sure.
Yeah. There's the Jackson. Number 2. So
Before we take this turn draw?
Yeah, before you lose the game, yeah. I have no doubt off 15-15 is now set up and has the loop going as much as the Jacksons will run out. And now needs to translate to, I think you win in 2 turns. I think you have to score out a Regenesis and then you score out a 5-3. I'm assuming it might be Hollow Man, but I'm not 100% sure how you close the game. But it's definitely a 2-score plan. Maybe you just install Advance on top of the Nano in the remote server. That also makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, do you have something like 3 turns left?
Yeah.
Kakurembo and just advancing does do something. It's 4 points by itself.
Yeah, you have 1 more Spin Doctor, so you do have another 3 cards if you need it.
Yeah, also if we do have the Eden Fragment, that would be just basically game right there.
Yeah, Hades Fragment does allow you just to take a card from the bottom, from Archive, shuffle into R&D at the start of turn, so you can go infinite.
Yeah, the deck also might be playing like 1 power Reclamations. I think some versions were at some point.
There's the Kakarembo. So all the cards and archives flip face down. So now trash costs are increased by 32. And we have 2 advancements on what in the remote server looks like to be a Regenesis, which will start putting off 15-15 to game point in, I think, 2 turns from here. We're running this. This will just force the Nano Civic res. It's not expensive for the runner. The question is how many face down agendas are there in archives? This is technically cheaper than running archives over and over again to force the flips. But we'll see if this is enough pressure. My guess is we have more ice than we have Nano Civic runs.
I believe so. I think it's going to be like 15 or something, just end the runs.
Now they have to be end the runs?
I believe so. Yeah, Dungeon Mixer realizing Nano Civic is not unique.
No.
Or is not just remote server only.
Yeah.
It's missing like 1 crucial guardrail on it.
Yeah.
To not make it a completely busted card.
I think this might be one of the only truly Canadian cards in Netrunner, and it got banned relatively quickly, which makes me sad. But yeah, it just needs a little diamond or a little sentence there. My kingdom
Yeah,
for
definitely.
Paul Op is 100%. As much as it's going to be plus 31 credits of trash, maybe you have the time to make the money. Thinking where to run here again. R&D off 15 chose those cards, so my guess is they're just friends in high places, Kakarenbos, the cards that just make sure the game continues. There's the friends. Can't trash that one.
Yep. I think still one more Jackson Howard also left. So it's basically 7 turns to actually win the game here.
There's the combo Regenesis.
Hades Fragment.
Now we have the Hades
Basically
Fragment.
now.
Yeah, totally infinite. And we have a click left to push into Super 1. Not that I think you can score out. Actually, no, you could push a Regenesis here. I just don't think we have it in hand. So you could friends in high places the Regenesis, and then this will be the last turn of the game.
I believe so.
There you go. Friends in high places, 2 cards reinstalled. You might just go for 1 here. Maybe you want to get the Jackson back on the table. So this is an unknown card in server 6, and then an unknown card will go into server 1. We're assuming it's a Regenesis. Maybe the deck is only on 2 Regenesis. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could be. But you're still fine just advancing manually. You still have 4 turns left here.
Yeah, it looks like we're not pushing their remote server, so I don't know how off 15-15 is going to close this. Can just do the slow push. Server 6 probably is Jackson. There you go. Saying you can trash it if you want to for 33 credits. Going HQ.
Going HQ, just getting your access where you can, basically. Hope OF15 missed at some point and just gave you the win.
There's friends everywhere. It's so gross. You know how like miserable it can be to play against like tag punishment, or sorry, like tag account siphon spam. But like I think off 15-15 is actually really happy because that allows you to track the sort of points to know that you don't have to play against like employee strike. You don't have to play against whatever the like hard tech cards are for the matchup, like rumor mill.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that actually probably helps a fair bit. All right. We're just marching towards slow march towards death, indeed. Looks like we just did triple credit. That's it. Oh, we played a friends, right? No, we undid the friends, so click for credit. That's wild.
Yeah, needing credit for something here.
Yeah.
Not sure what.
Big deal? Holloman?
Could be.
Anna Civic flipping up a quandary, just ending the run again. You have to pay for that tax, so we're trying to wear this down, but I don't think Dungeon Mixer knows with the Kakarembo. This is not a fight you can win. It is the only thing you can do, so it does feel good, but you cannot wear down the Kakarembos because they flip all them cards at once and push the agenda of the remote server.
Yeah, technically it's still fix winnable, but you just won't have enough time.
Yeah, there you go.
Kakarembo again.
So now the agenda leaves archives, goes into the remote server with 2 advancements, and there's at least 4 face down ice. So none of the servers that matter can be run this turn. That is a pretty good lock from off 15-15, just clicking for credits for the first half the game and just saying, okay, I'm gonna do my combo. Welcome to a weird Netrunner world.
Yeah, Dungeon Mixer did have 2 quite deep digs on
me. Got unlucky.
Yeah, agenda's just not in there.
They weren't even in archives. Like it was just a miss, like full miss.
Mm-hmm.
We're touching again. Last card. Ooh, genotyping. Gross. More recursion. Yeah. Now, unless you can take off 15-15 off all credits, so it looks like we're going to run back here and just hope there's not enough ice. But we know there's at least 2 Nano Civic ice. So that should be game. Off 15-15, going to start the turn with triple advance, scoring out 2 agendas, taking you straight to 7. Well played to both players. Very exciting game. Very cool game.
I think this was the first time we actually see the IG deck kind of like pop off.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Don't remember what happened last week though, 15.
I'm not sure. I don't think I was able to catch all of it. But yeah,
I think that was on the slide that I didn't spectate last week. So
yeah. Really interesting deck again. This was, I think, brought to the public eye at first at Barcelona Worlds, and it is definitely an archetype. Very interesting to see getting tuned and getting it brought in right as a response to the meta. I'm interested to see how this does against like combo woo and stuff like that. But yeah, very, very, very sharp tools to interact with the runner. Well played to both.
Yeah. This week, I think this like plot of the tournament. We actually didn't have that many combo woos.
Yeah.
And next set, I think we are playing on the new ban list.
Yep.
So combo woo will be much harder to point. So going to be interesting to see what happens.
All right, let's flip the
And now
tables. And again, just so you
we
know
are-
for the narrative, Off 1515 is still undefeated in the tournament going into this final game of the week. Looks like it's sports medal against Andy. What kind of sports medal do you reckon we would see in Eternal?
last week we did see a game changer for, I believe, 9 clicks.
Heck
And
yes.
I think that is going to be the game plan this week also. So sports medal deck that will just force the runner to get multiple points, fake points into the score area. And we will get these massive game changers, massive stock buybacks, just completely explosive game plan. And I don't think our 1515 has the tech for this, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Meridian?
Just a Meridian.
I don't know if you can take this for points, but giving the corporation 4 credits feels terrible. So we'll see if it starts.
Yeah,
Now, Sports Metal wants to play a lot of small agendas. Technically, Aaron Moran is like a Sports Metal. So we'll see the decision. We have -1 point. We also don't even get more money from Bravado, which is really funny. But now HQ is wide open. As much as the remote server could easily be ducked if you think it's like a Tranquility. Looks like Vacheron just off the top.
Oh,
Good.
Vacheron still early. The perfect time
That's
to steal
huge.
Vacheron is early. That's the only point where
Yeah.
you can steal Vacheron and actually get the points. Otherwise, basically a blank.
Yeah, this thing does nothing until it gets rid of its counters. There'll be 1 per start of every turn, unless you steal this from archives. Yeah, exactly. Turn 1 is the only turn you feel good about this, because these games can close faster than the Vacheron can tick down. Moran will get that card draw and remove the tag after discard onto hand size, and we have a hand to check the remote server. Remote server is just kind of getting goofy clown car. I can't get a good read of what that would possibly be. Is there core damage in this deck?
There is Dupestad for an Dupestad ontological score out
Mm-hmm.
with stuff like, what's the card called? Fast Break.
Yeah.
No resist though.
Hyperloop?
Hyperloop being stolen. Even gives runner the corp a sizable amount of credits. And
Oh, Arella.
fake point for the corp.
Arella, just the most fun card. Ridiculous trash cost, but allows you to score multiple cards on tempo in a row over and over and over again. Now, the Jupe stat will be the rest of Off 1515's credits. Looks like they're not going to go for the trash. We have good card draw sorted out, and the credits now. The tags can be removed, clicklessly with Aaron, which is just so good. Massive swing. Dungeon Mixer not looking for the duck. It would bankrupt them, but you could, in theory, offshore some of those credits away from the runner if you wanted to.
Yeah, technically, I think 2 credits is just too important.
Yeah.
Just to keep up some sort of a game plan and not be forced to click for credits.
Now, despite a really explosive first couple of turns, Off 1515 is still technically on 0 points. We have a console, so now our runs will pay off for credits. So we'll see what Dungeon Mixer wants to push out here. If you want to threaten out 1 core damage, it's usually going to cost you 6 credits if you're doing Elevagar into Jupestad. So Mixer needs to get the credits up, and we'll see how quickly the stock buybacks come out, because you do sometimes want to greed those for a later turn. Oh, it looks like we have it. Just 9
So
credits.
that's one for 9 credits.
Not bad.
Click for 8 credits. Pretty good. Just not what you kind of built the deck for, in a sense, but you need the bounce back at these early stages.
Unfortunately, your credits will soon be mine. Boomerang into Transfer. There's no good way to duck all of this. And another Meridian. I don't know whether you bite the bullet now. Of course, your Boomerang is here, but that is a very annoying piece of ice, even for Paperclip.
Yeah, 100%. Tugging down the credits now with resting the dupe start, just stealing 3 credits.
Mm-hmm. Now, Miss Bones, you can put on the table and then use your hand to trash it for free. Looks like Mutual Favor is going to grab the Paperclip, so we are breaking this for 3 credits a pop. We'll see if we want to use the Hannah here. Again, we don't have the time to bring the Miss Bones down. It's not doing anything. You just don't get the Hannah click this turn, but that's probably totally fine.
Yeah, seems pretty fine here. Install on the remote is interesting. Just maybe putting another Hyperloop in there.
Yeah.
Making sure that it's annoying for the runner to contest.
And 1 card Red's Quandary would be upsetting, but we're done with Paper. Oh, Domestic Sleeper is sick. This card is
0
worth,
point.
yeah, it's worth no points unless you want to spend your whole turn making it worth a point, which is a pretty gross tax, but still, when next turn will be on 3 points for the first time. Aaron Ron,
And employees like
gonna do so much work. I do employee strike run the remote and just say what's yours. I'm just gonna take everything and leave you with.
yeah, I think so. Especially when you have wheels, just to get that in for free.
Yeah, because I think you're right. Giving a Mega Pre or the 3-1, the Hyperloop makes a lot of sense. And it is a Hyperloop, so it's just going to be 3 credits, not 5. Big difference.
Yeah, and we will probably start running R&D even more in the future rounds when this employee strike is still on the table.
It's like so surprising when you look at some of the identities that see play in Eternal. Like they have busted abilities. Like Lies is a busted ability. And Andy, like 9-card hand size, don't get me wrong, she's one of the best. But then when you see a deck like this play and like every turn is so smooth, like this has been ridiculous. Elvira scored out, gonna clear that employee strike. I don't know if it actually fires your text. I don't think it does turn off sports metal in time.
Yeah, I believe sports metal is after the
Yeah.
or triggers in a window where employee strike will still be blanking it.
Count Siphon going to take that money away. We are now only breaking for 2 credits with the Desperado refunding that paperclip run, and off 15-15 is just coasting. You can run an R&D here if you want to get 2 accesses. You have a chance of sending the corporation forward, but we are one big agenda as much as we'll have to wait for the Vashron to mature from closing the game.
We are coasting, but there will be a point where we just have played kind of our fundamental game plan, piled a random amount of agendas into our score area, and the corporation can kind of win on 2 turns where you play something like stock buyback a previous turn, archive memories into Game Changer, and just score out in 1 turn.
I think
last week we saw exactly that happen.
You're just hoping here for the what's it called, for the stock buyback not to show up, because that's the one thing that puts Dungeon Master real back into the game.
Exactly.
Pull up now that can interact with combo pieces like Arella Salvatore on cards on turns that they go off, or Sands or calibration testings, depending on the deck. So that looks like it was kept. Drawing deeper. We'll see if we make that HQ run. Again, it is only 2 credits, and it looks like Bravado is going to start it there. So 3 to break, 1 on the refund, and we'll see the pull up coming down probably.
Yeah, I would assume so. Pull up just
Ooh,
another Vashron.
That is huge.
A blank for a while. Still putting Dungeon Mixer on a clock 4 turns until OF15-15 just will score out.
Yeah,
now just not interested in running anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like you want to deny credits, and I think we played 3 transfers, but you honestly don't want to play the game. Because anytime that you touch an agenda, that puts Dungeon Mixer closer in terms of credits, let alone card draw to the combo. So all you're trying to do is like survive for 3 more turns.
Exactly.
There's the pull up. So we can interact with some of the upgrades and some of the assets that you need for combo turns. But it's all about that Game Changer stock buyback here. This is really fascinating. 2 Vashrons, very, very good spot, as much as this one's a bit later than you'd want.
Yeah, the first one being just super early.
Yeah, first access.
Turning point in this game, basically.
Yeah, huge. Now Mixer knows this and is going to put cards on the table and say like, okay, some of these you're going to have to touch, but on 1 credit, like Rashida might be the worst case here. No agenda probably is going to move anytime soon. Excuse me.
Yeah, drawing up. Employee strike just slowing the opponent down.
Yeah.
And now you can interact after you just make sure opponent is not getting forward tempo from this. But you shouldn't have just Nightmare Archives jumping out.
Gonna go ahead and take the first core damage. The second core damage is where things get a bit goofy now that we have a 2-2 agenda. We're still touching cards saying, I found a trap. The other ones might not be there. Estelle Moon is a start. Does come down cheaply enough with the bad publicity. We're checking all 3. There's a Rashida. So good sweep on the table, as much as 1 core damage probably won't matter. Dungeon Mixer has only 3 more turns here.
It's interesting if you get like Arella Salvatore. And no, we are playing Jupiter Grid.
Yeah.
I think in different deck, it could have been a situation where we score out on a single like paid ability window.
Yeah.
Where just Arella Salvatore, more agendas in there. But this version just gives you 1 paid ability window in there where you can pull up trash everything.
So we're on 18 credits after the buyback, and checking the table is the Mega Prix after the employee strike. I believe it was played first, so that's not more, but now the Mega Prix are worth 2 points for our corporation here. So off 15-15 still just needs to survive 2 turns, just going for the accesses. And again, each access puts you deeper. Gatekeeper getting rezzed, 6 strength, text will fire. Now the shuffle ability into a medium is actually quite notable as soon as we can break that.
Till 3 cards. Oh, deciding not to draw? Oh, sorry, draw 3. Yeah, drawing those 3 cards might be a pivotal change in this
Yeah,
game, though.
that's terrifying. Tempo Hannah here. Now the Shibboleth this down, but the Gatekeeper will retain 6 strength for this turn. We're still going to go for it. It's pretty expensive as much as the money is not being hard taxed out here. So,
yeah, so
8. Yeah, 1 back for your Desperado, but 8 is a big number.
Yeah, just getting some
Oh,
game change
huge
trash,
hit.
dude.
Is a trashable card. Stock buyback after that is going to be the next draw, but the money seems relatively good. 8 more credits, get out. No shot.
You just kind of have to do it. I think
Yeah.
OR15 is kind of afraid of just losing next turn.
And like you can maybe
So
let the
sending
draw and the shuffle happen, but you're also scared of the draw onto
Oh,
game.
logical, that's enough. Yeah, it's 16 access and just being enough. And
16
the early Vacheron score just being enough.
paying 16 credits on the final turn, just being scared knowing like the Vacheron is not going to tick down soon enough. But good game to both players, all 15-15. Staying undefeated, but yeah, just great pressure there. Dungeon Mixer, I have no doubt, was just 1 or 2 turns from popping off and doing that sort of wild combo that this deck is totally known for. So well played to both.
Yeah, looks like we OR15 doing the correct call. I think some players might have been just like, oh, I got the second Vacheron, better not interact, better not do anything. But you just had at that point already like 6 cards on your score area, which lets the corporation kind of just do anything.
Yeah, unless you can like, play. I don't think people are playing that card that allows you to forfeit agendas. That's
Data dealer?
Yeah, data dealer. Unless you have that,
Shadow,
yeah, you have to play it. You have to play the game out, it seems.
Yeah, a bit too take of a card.
Yeah. Yeah, Dungeon Mixer saying in chat, had the combo in hand for the next turn. And you know what? Off 15-15, if they're a player that can sense that, they definitely did. Really well played. So next turn, the combo does fire. And I believe if you want to watch last week, you can see that combo fire. So well played to both. All right.
Yeah, OR15 continuing the winning streak. So.
Yeah, so good. Now, this is a matchup that I'm so excited for because in that left side, Augustus has been playing Geist so far unchanged between the 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. We've unfortunately seen some really, really bad currents into Augustus, keeping Augustus off of playing the game in any sort of like meaningful way. And this is a matchup where I do expect to see a current that will stop Geist. I don't know if you can play Scarcity. Is Scarcity pointed in the format?
I believe Toron is playing the enhanced locking protocol, so
Okay.
we will see guys actually do something. It's kind of funny when you say that Augustus didn't change the deck at all, because we just don't know, because we see so basically 10% of the cards during the first 2 weeks,
Sure.
and then into the 5 week.
Yeah, it's like you do have criminal currents and they're actually okay. You can plant some neutral ones in just to get around it, but this deck does need to install all the resources. So we'll see how it interacts, what sort of hot tech we have into Cerebral Imaging. Because I believe Tron is full scoring. I don't think this is a kill CI, is it?
I don't remember. I believe this is the version that just plays 2 big deals in a combination. Starting off with Violet level Clearance, a huge start. Augustus finding the Bling engine and a Tech Trader super early on. So Augustus will be popping off quite a bit here.
I was surprised to see Bling actually seems quite good. Transfer. Now you can get the transfer across. We're going to lose, the count siphon. The Boomerang in hand was 1 click too short here, but the Street Peddler, we're not going to see what cards underneath that. Augustus can see them. We can't. So these cards can be installed cheaper, which will draw cards with Geist and all that other stuff. I'm assuming we'll get the Attack Trader next turn. We have an employee strike here, so we'll see if Tron can interact with that. Last week, I believe Tron was like down to 3 hand size relatively quickly, not being able to clear the employee strike, and it really stopped his game, kind of in the same way Geist gets stopped by the Scarcity.
Yeah, just super early finding account siphons, just making sure Toron was on basically 0 crits the entire game. Not happening this time.
Consulting visit?
First week.
I think we're consulting for a current here, right?
I believe so. You have to get rid of this employee strike.
No.
Owen placing actually Cerebral Static. This was the one.
I just want to watch a Geist game where Geist does something and this keeps happening. Augustus giving a root in chat. So our card draw isn't totally stymied here. We're not going to be drawing anything. We're still going to be getting credits. But it looks like the same old thing. We're just going to be riposting and playing that same old current over and over again. So just like FFG intended the current war to be, right?
I love this mechanic so much. It's so
yeah. Oh boy. All right. Now, Tehran Consulting visited for that, so it's obvious that they didn't have the tech. Top of the deck was Peak Dad's a vanity project. Get some pre-Hiram technology before
Yes.
Monday. Now pulled into hand with
No,
the.
are you for real?
We're for real here, and we're playing a Cerebral again. Oh my god, this is so.
Oh my god! Same old thing we found.
Get out! It's just Netrunner rewatching a tennis match. What is this? Every turn, players are just spending 2 clicks to get the thing back. This is the worst current play I think I've ever seen in the history of the game. This is nonsense. This is straight nonsense.
And both currents basically insta winning the game if they just stick
Yes.
on the table because neither of the deck can play through them.
Who gives up first? And it looks like Tehran might be giving up here with the ice on R&D.
Yeah, looks like it. We just didn't find the other one.
Oh god, that's so goofy. Real engaging gameplay by this. Yeah, Augustus wins. Gets the current to stake. Tron down to 5 hand size, no text. We're gonna get bling off the crowdfunding for Zerum. I'm not sure what sort of ice we're expecting. It could be pretty rude. I don't think this is mythic. And Kurapure off the top of the deck is asking some hard questions out of you. Do you want to install this for all your money, or do you want to lose it? Looks like Augie just wants to install the program.
Yeah, down to 0 credits, but probably still fine with it.
Yeah.
I was just setting everything up at this point.
So the issue with Tron's deck is it's not on a lot of like smaller 3-2 agendas from our understanding. So you can't just like push out the efficiency committee to clear the current. You have to find the current. Looks like we have that's a preemptive action, right? To shuffle 3 cards back. So we'll see what those options are.
Setable static and just a lot of recursion.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Crowdfunding, if you want to commit that, you will bling draw. On 11 credits and the Viserum, it means a Fairchild 3, a Drafter, a Gatekeeper, all of these suspects can't be dealt with. It's just the barriers you can't deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Now, card on the remote server, I'm assuming, I don't know if this deck plays Rashida, but maybe a recursion card like a Spin or Jackson. You don't have the credits exactly. Sorry?
The classical version that used to play Helium Beta Test did play like clone suffrage movements, just to make sure you have something that opponent needs to trash. Helheim servers,
Yeah.
a cute card with Sea Ice
Gross.
ability to just make Ice basically 15 million strength. Not paying off at this point though.
Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet?
A whole turn. I do believe this was errata to say may install 1 card. I might be wrong about that, but we do have the card regardless. And we're going to have to discard some cards here with no current sticking on the table. But Tehran really needs to score out. And I do think we both believe that has to be a big deal combo. That's 18 credits at a minimum.
Yeah.
Or at a maximum, more accurately.
Oh yeah, Augustus was switching up the
Yeah.
deck to include more cards.
And rightfully so. As much as playing the corporate grant would be the worst thing you could possibly do. Yeah, we're current it up. Now, notably, we installed there the crowdfunding and just denied the bling. Obviously, it draws a card, but you can't install it. But it technically like gets through your deck. But we're just going to say we don't want that. Jeeves, consulting visit. This all works together. It looks like we're going to get a current back. It looks like it's a Cerebral static. We've seen that one before. And archive memories to get a click back. Let's see if we have a nasty like operation that draws cards and gets credits. It looks like there's the Violet level. Perfect turn.
Yeah, that's hella cards getting back up to 8 cards in hand.
Yeah,
It's
really good
starting
turn.
to have a sizable number of credits already.
How much do you have to
And
trash
at
the
least Augustus has
Jeeves?
some ego.
Is the Jeeves
Yeah,
like
Jeeves can. I
Feels-
really think you don't have to trust the Jeeves. You can just kind of let it be on the table.
I'm scared of this
It's not
guy.
as-
Oh,
It doesn't tell the opponent to score at all.
have you seen what we found? Are you going to
Yeah.
replace your own current with a second current?
Yeah, that's a tough call.
I don't think you do it right away. I think you have to respond because I don't think Tehran is comboing off this turn.
Mhm. I think you just have to wait, yeah.
Yeah. But you are allowed to
problem
trash
is-
your own current with a current, right? I'm pretty sure you can. It's not like lockdowns.
mean,
Lockdowns, you can't play a
probably-
lockdown into a lockdown. This one, you almost definitely
Really?
can. Yeah. The only one lockdown in play is the text on lockdown. It's weird.
NIPD, Gordon Blue.
Oh, some trigger? That was meant to be on your turn? Okay, so we goofed a trigger here on the install. So -1 from Grant. Oh yeah, we want to force install on the corporation's turn because corporate Grant says
Oh,
first time a turn you install a card. So yeah, Toronto will just take the credit ping there.
Yeah, even though it looks like Toron is going to have like a massive pile of credits, this deck is also really good at just wasting credits on scoring out.
Yeah.
So Toron will need every single credit that he can get.
Yeah, UVC, it's a triple. We didn't have a lot of those in the game, but this will give you a click back because Jeeves works differently than Wage Workers because it does not care about actions. It cares about spending your clicks the same way. Second Ice the remote server again. I do think that was the Helheim. I'm not sure if that wasn't trashed. Looks like we're drawing up Cyberdex Fire Suite on the top of the deck, a tech card that will purge the Viserum, but probably not do much else in the matchup.
I don't believe so. Probably August is still not interacting with. Just installing up, getting those tech traders, triggers, bling triggers, installing everything, and just setting up for the second go again, I believe.
What do you think server 3 is? Like, is it Jeeves and Wage Workers?
Like, I don't know. I just work here.
So Miss Bones check the table is definitely an option. It looks like we're gonna get our second tech trader. So every card that's trash, that's not once per turn, it's whenever. It's 2 more credits. And we're gonna bones out the server 3 card. So maybe a Spin Doctor Jackson or it's a clone suffrage movement, as you mentioned.
Oh yeah,
Super important that comes down.
100%. That would have been getting some nasty ass card from there.
Yeah, really, really quite bad. Now we're gonna fire Geist after the discard. So we're gonna have 6 cards in hand. That doesn't really matter. It's just like you want to fire these orders the best way you can. And CSM, it's a political, so you can't ice it up, but that does just give you your best operation back from the bin. Recursion.
So that's corporate hospitality getting the best card. This time is a YDL.
So we have money. We're up on 24. Now the problem is if you play the employee strike here, Tron should just be able to big deal out an agenda. We are going to preemptive back 3 more cards, but I don't think you can stop the corporation here. If you land just a account siphon, I think Tron has still more than enough, let alone there are 2 upgrades on HQ, which I'm assuming Helheim, Crisium, and both of those are a nightmare. I guess Boomerang does deal with 1.
Yeah, I think that's thing is if you manage to plant some sort of account siphon or a diversion funds here, even if Toron can combo out, going down to 0 hand size would mean Toron has to discard the entire hand down to 0 again.
Yeah, it looks like the diversion is going to be the start, and then we might follow it up with account siphon. Floating tags, I don't know if that's a huge issue, like whether greasing shows up in the combo. I'm pretty sure it won't. But Crisium here will just be res real easily. Oh, panic button. Yeah,
Panic button.
Tron loves this card. I've known this for a bit. So this is an ONR reprint. You can just spend a credit to draw a card and just fill your hand up to Combo Town. Looks like we drew 3, and the Crisium Grid will stop the reversing of credits. 5 to trash as much as Miss Bones doesn't care.
Actually, important hit from HQ. Trashing a corporate hospitality means we cannot get an extra YDL anymore.
Yeah, pretty good. Or a current if it comes to it.
Yeah, there is a cerebral static still in the bin. I think Toron is just happy to let this corporate grant kind of tick down, though.
If your opponent's playing Panic Button, you trash Panic Button, that's for sure. Now, the transfer will go through. Dropping Tron down to 11 credits actually is a huge swing this turn.
Yeah, staying on 2 tags.
Yeah.
Might lose both of the tech traders, but still on already on 21 credits. Not as bad of a situation.
And with Ashen in hand, you can just rebuild everything if you really need to.
Yeah.
There's your digital life. Corporate Hospitality did find one back. Again, Corporate Hospitality to YDL does give Jeeves click. And a card here in server 4. Tron back up on 26 credits like nothing happened.
Yeah, it's just Augustus taking any single chance to slow Toron down as much as possible.
I think that Jeeves needed to go. That has given so many clicks to Tron.
At that point that we were on, that 5 credits really was meaningful. And now it might be a different story with Augustus already on 22.
Yeah, and Bones and stuff. But diversion's coming through again. An ice is pinned down. It looks like it's not being res. So down to 21 is still enough. Again, 18 for the credits or for the combo at a minimum. And there's another clone suffrage movement goes down really cheap for I think just 2 credits.
Oh yeah, especially both being paid off with the Miss Bones and sending out the employees.
Yeah, that's gonna get cleared immediately. No
hard position here.
I think Tron just scores out, and as you said, that will bankrupt Tron. But Tron should be able, with 12 cards left in R&D, to clear the employee strike, either by playing a current or more likely by just scoring out the first 3 points or 4 points. Let's be honest. We know there's a vanity at some point entered HQ.
There's a vanity, but if you have to discard everything, I think you probably have agendas in hand.
No, you just install Yeah, what is this? Do you big deal last click? Wait, what's going on? Are we discarding? No, okay, we have the click left. We have that Jeeves click. So we are going to play the enhanced login protocols. Shout out to this card having a massively negative review on NetRunDB from Quinton Smith from Shut Up and Sit Down. And now every run that's not done through a card effect will cost 2 clicks. And we're not counting the basic action card. That's not real. Same old thing. On the Blink, if you want to install that, you will be able to play Employee Strike, but it looks like there's an agenda in server 1 for the setup, on top of what we believe is going to be a massive ICE boost off of a Helheim servers. We played Employee Strike.
Managed to get Employee Strike back online.
Yo, how many corporate hospitalities have we? How many hospitalities have we played this game? It feels like 7.
Yeah, Torn being extremely hospitable.
Yeah. There's the ELP. Again, just trading. It's like a tennis match. Back and forth. We're ponging across these currents.
Yeah, it's
See Street Peddler, play Street Peddler. Oh no, we ashened. Removing from game. Couplation is a pretty important card. We did lose a decoder while we have boomerangs. Maybe we have a second copy. We did remove from game 1 Employee Strike and a same old thing, so our current reach is a bit smaller here.
Yeah, there's an interesting deck building question in there. Augustus choosing to play Ashen Epilogue instead of just selecting to play a Levi, which is like an easier card to play, but costing 1 more influence. Crimson Creed defending from this. And Hellion Beta Test.
You can't stop him. You can't stop dropping playing Hellion Beta Test. Now the credits are good. This card does just trash stuff. As long as you can leverage money, that does win games, it turns out. But with 21 credits here, 26 after firing a tech trader, no free lunch. Just passing the turn here. We do have 2 tags. Looks like we might get a cheeky install on the corporation's turn. Tron can just brute force and trash all these resources. I don't think it's super necessary. We're not scoring out.
Installing more cards?
Single advance? I think Tron is setting up to win in a single turn.
Yeah, but like big deal is terminal. So
yeah, I think you like what do you do? Hollow Man, big deal?
Yeah, something like that. Has to be.
Has to be, right? Third tech trader, mind you. Looks like we might be on the penultimate game turn. Augustus has 1 diversion in hand, but the Chrysium on HQ did not get trashed on the last run. So that will not impact the game. We don't have like any hard tech like CBI, or it doesn't look like we have information sifting. The cards that like are very, very targeted towards destroying cerebral imaging. Gus is thinking here again. The remote server looks like absolute pain. We know there's a Helheim servers. We know one of them might be a Cyberdex virus suite, which will purge the Physarum, so you can't even count on that. And then I'm assuming it's like a Managarm into an agenda.
Jagustus probably could get in technically, but just doesn't have the breaker. Even though, and we actually removed the Shibboleth, so no code get breaker in the game anymore.
Do you think we're on Lakshmi in server 5? Or do we just ice up a Jeeves for a combo turn?
You have 1 rest already. I don't know what's happening.
No, I don't either. I'm trying to make sense of it in the same way Augustus probably is. This is fascinating.
Yeah, like I feel like it might be like an agenda that it's going to be like biotic labor, nano management.
Yeah, it has to be some wild
combo.
Figure it out
into a score out.
Yeah, figure it out is a big part of it. What's wild here too, that you always have to keep in mind, this deck runs 4-point agendas, 3-point agendas. Augustus could win in 2 axes if things are right. And while there could be agendas in archives, like Augustus now has the Employee Strike, so the current is cleared. Runs are easier than ever. As much as I believe ELP is only the first run, but you can just touch the right cards and close the game at any point. As much as there probably is a vanity remote server. Card from hand. There's the Hellion.
Again, out of 10 cards, I can the same card twice.
Credit down. We're going to go for that diversion of funds. So this is a 10 credit swing as much as it's all of Augustus's turn. So we'll see if going down to 20 credits is actually super important and Tron can still combo out or not.
It might slow Tron down 1 turn.
It might, yeah.
Which would be disastrous here with the E-Strike table.
There you go.
3 times.
Vacheron.
Vacheron off the table.
So this means if we have 18 credits, and it might be a bit fewer with Jeeves, Tron can just big deal out the game. We don't know what Server 5 is. Server 1 is just a pile of upgrades. So the agendas are in centrals by definition.
I think we have to run somewhere.
Yeah.
Corporate Grand being played?
Not sure why. I guess we're trying to ping down the credits. Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's -1 credit. That's -5 credits more.
Yeah, account siphon. 15 credit swing. We're going to float to tags. Waking Planet is also a nice install here, but we have no more clicks. So we'll save Tron. You can't really offshore 15 credits, so this is just going to hurt.
Okay, not really. Server 5, if that is the Vanity project, and we just slow cooked the entire game,
No,
something like
Sean.
a YDL, if the Vanity project would win the game, so...
I think this has to be a Spin Doctor or Jackson, and there's agendas and archives, because Tron, like, there's a Vanity somewhere. We've
I don't
touched...
think we have eternal points for those anymore. Alien Beta Test is 2, CI is 3.
Right, that's why we're playing so many preemptives, huh?
I think so. Don't have to draw. Archive Memorize YDL, up to 20 credits, so no threatening again.
Yeah. 18 credits, give or take, is what we're expecting to close the game out. Augustus on 44, but literally no way to spend the credits. Street Peddler can't hit your diversions or transfers. That's a problem. It will draw you deeper into your deck for sure. It draws 2 cards, or sorry, 1 card with Geist. So we're going to start there. It draws another with Blink. So
Just a pile of crowdfunding.
yeah, I couldn't see what they were. Stone Ship is another draw 3, clicklessly.
They might be drawing for last copy of a account.
Yeah, account siphon for sure.
There it is.
So this will take Tron down to, again, every single credit from the corporate grind has actually mattered. These are narrow margins here. 5 cards left in R&D. Like, Tron is technically on a clock. We're going to install the Bugalter and the Wake. So I just think we did one. Oh, we hit a 1 in 5?
Oh no, that's so tough.
It seems like Augustus wanted to get cards out of hand to not hit the Bugalter, but it looks like, unfortunately, that was 1 too few hit points. So no transfer here. We're going for a single and hoping Tron doesn't have it. Tron can easily have it. You have to find, not that one, you have to find the big deal.
Not enough. I think there's Vanity in there somewhere.
There has to be. Yeah, losing the siphon there is so rough.
Start turn, and do we just score out? Not doing it instantly?
Yeah, that's good for Augustus, because install... What?
Really? What?
I think this has to be a code gate, right? We're assuming there's no more boomerangs, no more shibboleths. Just give us a quandary.
What code gates do we play though? It's like IQ and
IQ.
something else.
Yeah, it has to be
Yeah.
IQ. Could be a Fairchild.
I think some lists were playing that also.
Yeah, Tehran also plays meaner ice in this deck, I think, with Helheim. So, like, you can run into a tier at some point. Like, I think Tehran does love playing big ice.
Yeah, tier we can technically deal with, I believe.
Yeah, 46 credits Bugalter. It's going to cost you like 7.
Again, I was just finding another account siphon and just sending it.
Yeah, but this has to be an IQ.
This one of the same thing, I think. I mean, IQ is like siphons you for 11, so.
Yeah. I mean, worth it. How do you big deal Vanity? I don't know. I think something with Jeeves?
No, it's Biotic Labor.
Yeah.
Install advanced.
Yeah, you need a nano in there, or biotic. Choose your favorite.
Whoa! Oh, we play MLC.
So that's fine. Last click at least, but that is going to stop the run. Not a card that boomerangs perfectly, but Tron down to 15 credits. So I think Tron now has to just be confident about pushing the card in the remote server here. Looking at the bin there, Fazarum on the table. I don't think we have recursion for that. Shibboleth removed from game. Boomerang deadened. As much as Geist is not, wouldn't be wild to be running multiple boomerangs in a Geist deck. None in the heap so far.
Yeah, probably playing 3 boomerang, just an absolutely broken Geist card. Checking
deck 3 boomerang.
Take notes. Take notes.
Check notes. I didn't see how many decoders there are, but definitely 3 boomerangs.
Yeah, for sure. I think just 1. If we're going low enough to play Shibboleth Ace.
Wait, are there 2 boomerangs in the Street Peddler in the last 3 cards of the stack? I think there are. The deck is like half boomerangs. Yeah, we just drew one. Oh, we're doing it off of the Tech Trader. So the fortunate thing is you're going to lose this boomerang, but we did draw the 3rd boomerang if Tehran wants to send this MIC. And I think you do trash the MIC to keep 5 credits is my guess. But maybe you just want to make sure that you always need a boomerang to run the MIC. Like, that's actually a hard choice. Looks like we're gonna deaden it.
Yeah, I feel like you have to trash it because
Yeah.
otherwise you are just wasting so many turns on not scoring out.
So maybe Tron's also hoping that we're a 2 boomerang gamer because now both boomerangs are killed. The thing is, Augustus does have the third one in hand here. So if Tron can just drop a code gate on HQ, it's not enough. It looks like we're going to be pushed the gen in the remote server, install double advance, saying next turn I will triple advance, maybe quadruple advance with Jeeves. If it's a vanity, do you just trash the Jeeves, count siphon, trash Jeeves?
I assume we have the Body Kleber to advance 4 times.
But you might not have the money. We still have the money.
Yeah,
we have
no,
exactly enough money. We need to install a card.
Run the remote is like probably enough.
Yeah. Yeah, this might be enough. 8 credits again.
What's the rest, Yara?
Can't break code gates. Helheim is expensive. Managarm is expensive. We know one of these cards is Cyberdeck's Fire Suite. We're pretty sure, which could deal with the Vizarum, but that's also expensive. And then Tron will have a hand size issue, let alone all the other problems. Ooh, we can't click through this.
Oh,
This is a Turing.
cost 4.
5 strength on the remote server. Can't be broken by AIs, and we can't triple click through this. I can't pull it up in my. Apparently, I can't pull the card art up, so it's there.
I think Think and Run now has to go and trust this Jeeves.
Yeah, 4 credits means you're safe as long as the Jeeves does not survive this turn. Because
you can even boomerang the Turing run back.
Oh, yeah, we're doing it. We can deal with Managarm.
Yes.
The Turing is deal with. Boomerang is on the case. It only has 1 subroutine.
The only card we lose to is like an Project June bug on the remote.
Yeah. Yeah, aggressive secretary too would be sick. Let's go.
The first time anybody has ever said that.
So we're going to boomerang this. Now, the defensive upgrade, if it does hard end the run, which is hard to imagine, that'll be the end of all the boomerangs, so code gates will just be a problem. But the Turing can only not be broken by AI, so boomerang is not a problem. So we're going to break.
Yeah.
Gaining it 3 credits, draw our diversion of funds, which we do not have any more clicks to play. This card is pinned down. It looks like we're going to sweep this server Vanity, taking us to 7 points in 2 turns. There's the Virus Suite that we saw. Vanity Project Minds, which is a blank 4-point agenda. The Helheim can and should be trashed for 3, and it's a pair of them. Boomerang getting shuffled back. Tron now is in a really bad spot.
Yeah, I think only cards that can save us is like an YDL here.
Yeah, you need a YDL. Decking it out.
People draw, trying to find it.
Punitive? It's totally fine. We have so many credits.
My heart keeps the beat seeing the art.
That is, yeah, Tron's respect punitive discard down to 0 just because you can. Good games to both players. What an exciting CI game. Really cool. Well piloted by both players. Very, very exciting lines. Let's just run archives. That's fun.
Just get to see the deck list.
Yeah. It's only Vanities and Vacheron, so we're going to take it easily there with 8 points. Well played to both players. That was really fun. Good game.
Really funny to see. Credits gained on the corporation 123 and actual credits spent 95.
Yeah.
So about 30 credits or something stolen from the corp.
That's wild. Yeah, and then again, the runner ends the game with like 55 credits. They have no use of no way of spending.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Augustus there currently, I think going into this was on Tron was in second place. Augustus was on the lowest seat. So Augustus getting those valuable wins, finally showing off, what the cool Geist stuff can do. And I'm a huge Geist fan. So well played to the current war, just the way it's intended. Let's talk about this. This is Ob versus Cabanessa. If you don't know, Tron is one of the founders of these like 100+ card Woo decks, taking the last Eternal Super League. So seeing how this deck has survived, and we'll see it, I think, in 2 weeks, how it survives more point changes. We're playing against Op. I'm assuming this is just like combo Op, like regular Jeeves combo Op.
It's going to be mutual. So the combo is going to be install Jeeves, mutual assert destruction, give the opponent million tags, and play high profile target and just kill them. The question is, how fast is Augustus able to set that thing up?
Yes.
Because Toron has like 13 specific tech cards for just this matchup in the 130 cards. And we will be tutoring out exactly what we need. So just like this couple of first turns, extremely pivotal on what Augustus can actually do before this forest gets sets up.
So Tehran kept this hand, right? It has a ritual. That's fine, I guess. This hand to me looks like absolute salad. I think Reclaim is also kind of useful, but like understanding whether this is a good Cabanessa hand is like so alien to me. Obviously, the main thing you're doing is grabbing cards out of your deck, so it doesn't really matter. But that this is a keepable hand is just straight nonsense.
Realistically, the cards in your hand don't really matter. It's
Yeah.
just that you don't want to see specific cards that you want to tutor out with your ability.
Yeah, keeping cards in your deck is important. Now, Augustus is going to go with a Cyberdex Virus Suite, the neutral Mavirus and no net damage, straight for the Purge to get a Stell Moon, one of the most busted cards. Whether you want to pop this right away, technically plays around, well, not that much. It plays around Rumor Mill, but you're not expecting to get an Advanced Assembly Lines. Very cool.
Yeah, also getting Op Trigger.
Yeah, doing this on the runner's turn, getting the vanilla in front. Very cool.
Vanilla protecting.
That's sick. That's a really nice line. What's also really scary is knowing that there's a 1-cost instant trashable means any access in a remote server can just become a bite or a snare at instant access, or technically like check a Scion. I don't think that's what the deck is, but having an instant speed 1-cost trashables like Advanced Assembly Line or Mark Yale is like something that you should concern yourself with to some extent.
Yeah, specifically the rules interaction works in that the server is destroyed in the middle, so the run ends. So it's less for this kind of decks,
it's no ice.
Powerful.
Yeah.
So you specifically need ice or like a card to switch servers. Like there was one Jinteki one that let you pay credits and switch servers. Like the problems of commentating Eternal, just having to remember all the bullshit cards.
It's so fun though, man. I love like a Super League where we can go back and like remember all these, as you said, bullshit cards from back in the day. Like I played a lot of Netrunner back in the day. These cards are sick. All right, I want to be very clear. The game has not paused. This match is playing. It's just Tron with 130 cards that Tron can get at instant speed is trying to figure out what to do here, because it's so important that the best line is the only line when the op deck can combo you out in like 3 turns, no problem. You have to make sure every click matters.
Yeah, realistically, the op deck can combo you on turn 2.
Yeah.
Like with actual consistency. So
yeah. Oh yeah, Laura's totally right that you cannot fire AL during a run. So it gets that sort of awkward thing where you say like, oh, before you run, I have an ability. So you're right. Mark Yale's kind of the thing you need. Cabanessa, grabbing SMC and Coalescence. Again, every Coalescence is a click for 3 credits, if I'm not mistaken. Then we're going to go grab something like our World Tree, which is what the deck wants to do. And now we can sell the Coalescence for either another World Tree, let alone anything else we want. I guess we have to forward it. So it can only be 3 credits or less, right?
I believe so. So do we have any tech for 0? No, doesn't look like it. Just installing a deck there. And the Coalescences will be even cheap. More credits every time in the future.
Ooh.
Oh, Rashid on the remote is so huge though.
Search for your -1. Just kidding. We're going to draw 3, gain 3. And this World Tree and Degdeer are going to stick. Mind you, the World Tree was not installed with Cabanessa Wu. We'll see if Augustus has the turn 1 punishment. We just saw Current. And Degdeer is also very important because now you can pull out your Coalescences for free. It's just a sure gamble. You can kind of pull from your deck, let alone it become something with World Tree on the same turn. So this seems like a very reasonable start. Very good start.
Yeah, for both players, especially this Rashid coming through, is kind of like you cannot understate how valuable it is.
Now, Estelle Moon at instant speed can draw 2 cards and gain, I believe, 4 credits. This is only going to get bigger, let alone it gets a 1-coster at instant speed. So I'm not convinced that this is going to be the sort of, what are they called? Urban renewal decks. This is just going to be about finding the Jeeves, getting enough cards res with Mad, and then playing a Boom or a high profile target. So we already have 2 cards resed. It can't be that much harder. There she goes. 4 counters. We'll get the 1-coster on the Ob install. We'll see what that looks like. It looks like it's another AAL, which we're going to fire off on the beginning of Tron's turn before the runs become.
Yeah, I believe so. So could be installing a Jeeves into server 2 if you want to set it up earlier.
Yeah.
And that would be putting a huge clock on Toron here.
Man, Eternal, we have installed, like literally Ob has installed like 12 cards on turn 2. It's 18 credits. It's nonsense. And we're going to fire AAL to install 2 more cards. Augustus has to make some decision here with 4 cards over hand size. Looks like we're going to fix that up, and Tron will start the turn. We'll see if the AAL fires right away. I'm assuming it will.
Yeah, Augustus interact. Putting in action. Oh,
all is good. More like AAL is good. Am I right? High five.
Yeah, Toron, looking at the card. Oh, I guess you cannot trash it if you just instantly run it.
Exactly, yeah. You always have to ask for the ability. So we'll see if Tron wants to run it down. You don't have the credit to trash this, so you're gonna have to go create credits at instant speed. I'm not sure.
Reclaim into Miss Bones.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's really cool. And then can challenge server 6 and 5 also.
Yeah, it looks like the reclaim is just a zero cost installable to go get a resource. And like understanding the chains for the matchup requires a lot of practice, and Tron is definitely one of the experts at this. So we'll see what else we can deal with. Now, Jeeves does have a big old butt at 5 trash cost. There's the Mark Yale. So I don't know if we're going to send a snare into a player, but this is the interaction you have to watch out for.
For 0 cost, mind undoing. Yeah,
I'm assuming we're just going to spin or a
thing-
Jackson or something.
Estel Moon. Oh, Estel Moon Forest, just to get that.
Very good.
Getting those counters also.
All right, Rashida can
Zero
just be.
cost,
Can
free
just,
Rashida.
you can chase it down? Assuming
You can and probably should.
Yeah,
Also, server 5 probably needs to go down. You just cannot let the OB have any remotes. Because if you let 5 cards exist on the table, you just lose the game.
There he
Jeeves
is.
has to take care of that also.
Yeah, huge. So really good turn from Tron there, pulling out the Mistbones, be able to deal with everything. Because now the board state is reset. Augustus definitely still has installables from hand. But that is very, very important. I don't know if the game could have been over that turn if Tron decided not to run, but of course, this is a World Tree deck. We're going to be running.
I believe if you could have taken an upgrade. So if server... no, actually, I think that turn the game couldn't have been over with this line. Going with Mark Yale. Also installing 2 more cards. Are we going 3 more cards?
Yeah, Mark Yale came out from the Estelle, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a free install that will also go get something else on Toron's turn.
Last click draw.
Uh-huh.
Discarding in 5 cards in archives as much as points are. You generally don't play to points on this game. You play to like basically survive or make sure the corporation can combo. Looks like Dag Deer, we're using it. The way that it works on JNet, I think, is not intuitive. It reduces install costs, so you have to like do it manually. Folks know how this works.
Interactions between cards that got implemented like 15 years ago versus cards that just got implemented, like not working together sometimes.
So now this Woo card has been installed for 1 credit cheaper. It will disappear, remove from game at the end of the turn. So Toron will probably run and sell it to go get something else. I'm not sure what the next program you want to get is. Some people actually go for double World Tree, especially because the runs in this matchup are relatively easy. But we're going to check server 10 first. Now we'll see what we get rid of to what we get back. I don't know if we have time to go grab like Scheherazade instead of that engine. Actually, it looks like there's no Scheherazade in this version of the deck. Ooh.
Trashing vanilla, that's
sick.
Extremely important. That's one less card that Augustus has available for the Mutual Search Destruction.
Now, in theory here, you could have, like, Mark Yale could have been popped through vanilla. So, like, in theory, Augustus could have responded to this. But it looks like it is a Jeeves, and we do have 7 credits to use for trashing. So the board can be cleared out. The problem is, like, Mark Yale, you can't chase him down. Because if you spend the click to chase Mark Yale, Augustus can go just get a Rashida or a Spin Doctor or whatever zero coster matters. So maybe you draw, maybe you click for a credit.
Yeah, we are 2 Jeeves down already. I think the deck is probably playing 3 copies.
Yeah.
So, like, but you need that one for the kill combo.
Yeah, super important. Looks like just a credit.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Parasite's keeping the Mistbones on 1 credit just to be able to trash it for a different card with Mistbones beforehand.
EBC. Cute. So we're gonna get this, I believe, on Tron's turn. This allows you to res things, or you can trash this to go grab an asset, reveal it, and add it to hand for a credit. Super flexible card. Looks like we're going to ice that up. Again, this is an instant speed trash as well, which is another nice way to fire op.
Yeah, also, I think the important part here is getting the ice rest without opponent interacting with it.
Oh, yeah.
So you get even more targets for the Mutual Search Destruction.
Yeah, you want to be able to mad a 3-cost card to go get a Jeeves from your R&D. So forcing the 3-cost res is good. Ritual to draw 3. Surprised there's no way Cabinets can get card draw, but I guess we haven't seen a catch that draws cards yet. We're gonna grab the Coalescence for next. Yeah, I know, right? Everything is just power counters that draws things. Let's see what we're checking. Server 12 is easy. Server 11, we could produce like a AI icebreaker, maybe like a slap vandal. Tour guide will only have 1 subroutine here, so you are covered on that front. Looks
I'm
like,
just thinking about this here. Could be something that we can trash.
yeah, I think it's a spin. Maybe you want to like replace it with Executive Boot Camp to feed a trap, but like this doesn't seem like a trap deck at all. That'd be
Yeah,
pretty wild.
the deck actually might not have enough Eternal Points for a Spin Doctor even.
Get out. Ooh, Moon. Oh, no changing game state, Moon. I didn't realize you could do that anymore. That's a relatively new contrivance.
Yeah, rules team loving buffing Ob, and I
Yeah.
think this actually might be game here.
Yeah, that seems important. Now, Executive Bootcamp doesn't install the asset, so it adds the Chiefs to hand. So I don't know. Like, I think this, if this ice in front of the Executive Bootcamp is 3 cost, I think this could be game.
Mhm.
Unless
Yeah.
Tehran can go get tech with Cabanessa, because Tehran hasn't made a successful run. The issue is the tech has to be like a resource or a program, because we don't have time to put down the feedback filter and then go grab a plastic carapace. We're 1 click short.
Yeah, actually, I don't think if you trash a 3-coster for Jeeves, I don't think Jeeves sees that trigger. It's when you mutually share destruction and trash Jeeves on that trigger.
Really? I thought it did.
I believe it.
I think that's how the combo works. I thought that was like the combo. I might be wrong though.
I think you normally pop the Boomerma virus for that. Somebody in
Yeah,
chat
maybe
can
you're
correct me
right.
if I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
Someone in chat will definitely know how the combo works. But Tron is really thinking about this last click. Yeah, what you can grab here? There's definitely some resources that could help you in a pinch. Yeah, Chaz mentioned Guru Defender is an option. Citadel Sanctuary is an option. There's a couple cards that Cabanessa could easily be playing here.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you even have stuff like
Egg
New
removal.
Angeles City Hall.
Yeah, New Free Lunch, New Angeles. Those are all great inclusions.
Yeah, you have like millions of tech cards in the deck for exactly these reasons.
Yeah, because this won't be that many tags. Looks like we're running R&D. Let's see what we grab. Losing the Coalescence doesn't matter. Looks like we're going for the program angle. It's another World Tree.
World Tree?
Ooh, okay. So we are technically, I think we can be comboed. Maybe not. Maybe with 2 Jeeves in the bin. Tron is feeling good about this.
Yeah, going to be interesting. A lot of it is going to be like depends on how the interaction works and
Yeah.
what ice is protecting server 11.
It depends how the interaction works. It's doing so much heavy lifting. All right, we're using Bootcamp here, so we're going to be able to search our deck for an asset and reveal it. It's auto. Okay, it works. Nice. So this will fire.
Mhm.
Looks like we're getting a Bass.
Oh, Bass! Yeah, that will be enough.
Yeah, that will be enough.
Bass into Jeeves
Yeah.
is going to be enough.
So now Augustus has
still
3
big
clicks.
Many mutual share destruction, 3 cards being trashed, and playing into the high profile target.
That is game.
Toron just missing 1 turn where he could have installed the tech.
Yeah. Didn't go for the tech. I don't know if it was like that's a very unlikely line or that's not a known line. I'm assuming Tron must have had tag punishment on the resource, or sorry, tag survival or damage survival on the resource slot. But that was a 6 damage. So even like a Stone Chip Chart Room survives that turn.
Yeah, specifically, I think Toron didn't expect there to be the Bass.
Yeah.
That's not typically seen in these lists, and it's more. It used to be more standard. Well, Rumor Mill was way more popular, where you needed a way to actually mutually share destruction from hand. But
yeah, cool.
with this kind of just being a different way to get that combo in there, and Toron kind of getting called out.
Yeah, Gus is a standard called because that technically is a standard legal combo that fired, which is very funny to think about. And that's going to be 2 wins for Gustus. Again, that's a pretty relatively big upset. 2 players pulling back towards the middle of the pack, which is good. We'll have some close games. But that is going to take it, I believe, to the end of our week 5. That is 8 exciting games of Eternal Super League. We have the standings. I'm going to pull them up on my screen, actually, so you might be able to see them either on Discord or with some delay. But that takes us to still undefeated off 15-15 is going 4 weeks, having the bye week already, getting 24 points, which is just absolutely wild. We did see a pattern like this last year, which still there was an upset there at the end. So there is still, again, we're just about halfway through, just hit the halfway point. So a lot of games still to play. Just on the tail, Jai with 18 points, Tron on 15, not getting any points today, but still a great standing. And then City Row on 15 as well. Very exciting week. Notably, this is week 2 of the second bracket, or basically every 3 weeks, folks can change their decks in response, knowing who they're going to play against that week ahead of schedule or for those 3 weeks. And very importantly, next week will be the week 6, and when week 7 happens, that will be the first week in which the new ban list, the Eternal ban list that just dropped 2 weeks ago, that will actually be respected, which is going to be interesting to see how that changes the meta. That's mostly it. Want to shout out, of course, as you might know, Vantage Point does drop tomorrow. Vantage Point will not be folded into this Eternal Super League. It's a bit too much of a mix-up, as much as I have no doubt it's going to have some huge impacts on what we can expect for Eternal, let alone the next Eternal Super League. Axu, thanks so much for joining. Is there anything you want to shout out real quick before we sign off?
Just people should go watch the podcast.
What is the podcast for those who don't know?
The King's Court podcast, hosted by me and Brandon.
Very, very cool. Otherwise, I'm Andre from the Metropolitan Grid. I will be streaming all this week if you want to watch some Vantage Point as soon as tomorrow at noon. So we're like 12 hours away from that, which is really exciting. But thanks so much for watching. If you've been enjoying content like this, if you want to leave a like on the Eternal Super League, subscribe to the channel and notify. We'll be back next weekend, same time, same place. It's 2 o'clock Eastern. I believe that is 7 UTC. And we'll be back for an exciting week 6 of Eternal Super League. Shout out to all the players and organizers behind the scene for all the recordings and sending tapes in and all this sort of stuff. It takes a lot of work behind the scenes, and we really all appreciate it. So good luck, have fun out there, and we'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.